Historically, the Pittsburgh Steelers have left an indelible steel curtain image of NFL greatness. The Steelers of today forging a familiar signature. On offense, it's the bus. Jerome Bettis powering the #1 rushing team in the NFL to an impressive 5-1 record. The Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens counter with last year's Defensive Player of the Year linebacker Ray Lewis, headlining an elite defense against the run. Strap on the helmet. The Ravens and Steelers are next. The top 2 defenses in the NFL and fans in Pittsburgh have welcomed back the Steelers' Blitzburgh package, 24 sacks to lead the NFL. They'll be after the Ravens' Randall Cunningham today.
Subway presents Fresh Starts, a salute to the game's early season surprises. Subway, eat fresh. In Week 7, quarterback Doug Flutie earned revenge against his old team, the Buffalo Bills, scoring on a run with just over a minute remaining, giving the Chargers a 27-24 win. On the first play in overtime, Bears safety Mike Brown intercepted quarterback Jeff Garcia's pass, returning it for a touchdown in a 37-31 win over the 49ers.
When it comes to food, a lot of places have silly ideas to bring you in. But once you get to the taste, where's the fresh? Hey, Clucky, want something made fresh? Come on. Try one of the new Subway Selects made on fresh-baked gourmet bread. Susie?
Right, Tim. Subway's got 4 new Subway Selects, like the delicious horseradish steak and cheese, all on fresh-baked gourmet bread and all made fresh right in front of you.
Whoa, check out that check. Just kidding.
You can see in the standings the importance of this game. The Steelers with a chance to move farther ahead. The Ravens with a victory will tighten up the entire AFC Central Division standings, and it's a perfect day for football. How about this for early November? 60 degrees, humidity low, and the wind out of the southwest as Chris Brown tees it up. The Ravens receive. Jermaine Lewis and Corey Harris are deep, and there's the dangerous Jermaine Lewis, one of the best kick returners in football. Brown drives it halfway into the end zone, and the touchback taken by Baltimore. And out comes Randall Cunningham in his 16th NFL year. Played his college ball at UNLV and led the Ravens last week to a 1-point win over Jacksonville at home, 18-17. He's just a few yards away from 30,000 passing and only 70 yards from 5,000 rushing. He's the all-time runner as a quarterback in NFL history.
I think he was at UNLV when Nevada was still a territory. That's 16 years, and he took a year off, Dick.
That's right. They come out 2 tight ends, Shannon Sharp and Todd Heap, the rookie. Travis Taylor in motion. And the handoff goes inside to Femi Ayan-Badejo for a short gain. Here is the Baltimore Ravens offensive starters. Up front, All-Pro Jonathan Ogden anchors that left side with Mulatalo, Flynn, Vickers, and Williams. In the backfield, it's Jason Brookins for the injured Terry Allen. He won't play today. Gash the blocker. Ismail has 4 touchdowns the last 2 games against Pittsburgh. Travis Taylor and Shannon Sharp, who leads all NFL tight ends and catches for Brian Billick in his 3rd year as the head man with the Ravens. 2nd and 7, the handoff to Brookins, and he drags a tackler with him across the 30. It's a Baltimore first down. The Steelers defensively, #1 in the NFL coming into this game with a 3-4 alignment. The only team using that base was Smith, rookie Hampton, and Von Oelhoffen up front. Gilden, Holmes, Bell, and Porter, young, quick, tough linebackers. Scott and Washington at the corners, and Alexander and Flowers play at safety. Bill Cowher in his 10th season. Handoff is to Brookins, and he's stuck at the line of scrimmage. Earl Holmes with a hit for Pittsburgh, and he receives a little slap from one of the linemen, or was it Brookins himself, the ball carrier?
Well, the story there, Dick, is that Jason Brookins has never played against Pittsburgh, and during the week made a comment about, well, I've never played the Steelers. I have no idea whether they're physical or not. I guess I'll find out during the game. Well, needless to say, that was all over the Pittsburgh locker room, and I think they're just trying to make the point to young Mr. Brookins that they are physical.
2nd and 11. Cunningham's first pass is complete to Ismail. Short yardage as coming up quickly to make the hit. Dwayne Washington from the right corner. That'll be 3rd and long, and out comes the dime package for the Steelers defensively. Randall Cunningham wearing that sparkling white number 1 last week. Of course, in the home purple, he took that jersey home. He said, my first game, first win as a starter in Baltimore. Gave it to his 5-year-old son. Young Randall has that as a treasured keeper in his bedroom. Said, don't wash it. Keep it just the way it was. Cunningham fires to the sideline. It's to Ismail, and it's a catch in front of Dwayne Washington.
Well, of course, Ismail came down out of bounds, but the official on the sideline ruling that he would have come down inbounds if Dwayne Washington would not have driven him out. Let's take a good look at it. You make the call. And that's a very good call by the official, and I'm not so sure that Ismail didn't get both feet down anyway. Look how close he is. The right, yeah, he got them both down anyway, regardless of the shove by Washington. Great footwork by Kadri Ismail.
On first down, Brookins fumbled the ball going into the line of scrimmage as no, was Sam Gash who was to take the handoff. Was not a clean exchange, but the Ravens avoid that turnover, covering at the 45.
Sam Gash, 32, the up back, and the ball bounces right off his hip. And Sam Gash doesn't have a carry this year, and you got to wonder if that was he supposed to get it? I don't know. I think that was play action. You see number 89, Travis Taylor, coming across the backfield. That might have been some type of a reverse.
It's the turnovers that have terrorized Baltimore early and accounts for their not being in first place. Cunningham dragged down, and there's the first sack of the game for the Steelers. It goes to Joey Porter, who leads his team now with 6.
And this Pittsburgh blitz package is, you know, whether you're blocked or unblocked, sometimes it doesn't matter. And that time Joey Porter just overpowers Femi Ayamandejo, the fullback, and just gets in on Randall Cunningham from behind. A good scheme by Baltimore. Ayamandejo had him blocked, but then he gave ground and got run over.
25 sacks leading the league. And now 3rd and long, and they'll be teeing it up again, that Pittsburgh defense. Here they come from the right side. Picked up well by Baltimore. The screen to Ayamandejo, but he's hit far short of the first down, and a flag flops right near the tackle as Lee Flowers came up from a safety spot to make the hit.
You know, a lot of times, Dick, that's the recipe for success when you're running a screen to the side of the blitz. Because if you get past that wave of blitzers, sometimes there can be a big play. But no, this is going to be against Baltimore. I thought initially maybe they had a shot at a big play. But boy, this Pittsburgh defense just swarms to the football. You can see Bill Cowher saying, we don't want that penalty. We'll put him in a punting situation.
Illegal block in the back, above the waist. Number 87 of the offense. That penalty is declined.
Kadri Ismail, there you see, not only blocking but holding on to the jersey of Dwayne Washington.
Not only does he get the penalty for the block, he gets creamed. That's adding insult to injury.
But by Kyle Richardson with Hank Poteet at the other end for Pittsburgh. Comes up to field it at the 23 and is dropped immediately at the 24-yard line. 4.5 minutes played to start this game in Pittsburgh. The Ravens and Steelers, no score.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, you whacked me pretty hard there.
Whack? No, I might have tapped at parking, but I didn't whack it.
Yeah, you slammed into me there.
Slam.
Yeah, slam. Look at this.
It's fine.
That's misaligned. You can't replace that. We'll have to get that in Europe someplace.
Okay.
I'm glad. Oh, look who's here. I'm glad you're here to see this. I can't drive this home, and my wife's upstairs giving blood. I don't know if I mentioned that.
The Passat wagon. It only looks like $1 million.
Oh, Oh, I'm not an internist, but I think I got some bleeding going on here.
There's a place where people smile big, eat good, and always score a sweet deal. It's got to be Applebee's. What makes a honey of a deal? Our amazing new honey pepper sauce. It makes honey grilled chicken and honey pepper steak a taste of honey heaven. Throw in our famous riblets, now honey barbecue style, and you'll know why. It's got to be Applebee's. Eating good. Honey, honey, oh yeah. In the neighborhood.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals?
Go!
No.
Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue. Man, that dude's awesome. Get Selsun Power.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? For more cargo room. More people room. Or more headroom. Enterprise. So easy it's like having a second car. Or third.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Steelers' first possession at their own 24-yard line as Cordell Stewart goes to work his 7th season out of the University of Colorado, working on a fine completion percentage at 61%, but only 2 touchdown passes. The Steelers next to last in the NFL in passing yardage. But Stewart always a threat with his legs. Empty backfield as Bettis swings out to the left. Stewart fires underneath, complete. And it's to Hines Ward. Hines at Hines Field. That's a natural, and it's a first down, Pittsburgh. Here's the starting lineup. Oliver Ross, that's big. Wayne Gandy, who had 102 consecutive starts at left tackle, is injured. Won't play today. Faneca, Hardings, Tilsky, and Smith completing that forward wall with Bettis, the big running back, over 600 yards. Whitman, the blocker. Burris came alive on Monday night, over 150 yards. Hines Ward, you just saw him, and the fine tight end blocker, Mark Bruner. On first down, Bettis' first carry. Able to burrow across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Rob Burnett and company making the tackle. Here's the defense for the white-jerseyed Ravens. Rob Burnett, Sam Adams, Tony Siragusa, a lot of beef in the middle, and Michael McCrary leads the AFC with 7 sacks. What a linebacking core. Boulware, Lewis, and Sharper. And in the defensive secondary, Dwayne Starks and Chris McAllister at the corners. Former Steeler Rod Woodson, looking for his 60th career interception, joins Corey Harris at safety. Ray Lewis digs in. Second down. The give is to Fuamatu Mafala, and he gets very little as Tony Siragusa there to throw his 340 pounds on the ball carrier. Down with us on the field is Bonnie Bernstein.
Hi, Dick. Well, including Monday night's plastering of the Titans, the Steelers are in the midst of a very crucial part of their schedule. 5 straight games against the AFC Central. And with Jerome Bettis and company facing Baltimore's vaunted run defense, Bill Cowher said this is the one game that's really going to give us an indication of where we are. Before the game, he made sure to point out his team, guys, the last 2 division winners in the Central have gone on to the Super Bowl.
That's right, Jacksonville, and then, of course, Baltimore, the winner last year, 3rd and 8. Stewart down the middle, incomplete. Closest to number 81, Troy Edwards, as they went with a 4 wide receiver set. So the punting team on now for Pittsburgh.
A lot of great matchups here today, Dick. But with a guy making his first start there in Oliver Ross, what a matchup he draws, having to go against Michael McCrary, maybe the hardest working defensive end in the game of football. That time Ross did a pretty good job. He gave a lot of ground, but at least he stayed in front of McCrary. But McCrary leads this Baltimore team with 7 sacks, and Ross has drawn a tough assignment.
Josh Miller, the left-footed kicker for Pittsburgh, to Jermaine Lewis inside the 15. Eludes the first man and another, and now he's in the almost broken. He's tackled at the 30. Hank Poteet from behind. He is the returner for Pittsburgh. Just did get Jermaine Lewis.
Hey, Stan, remember that time we went hiking and you found that baby golden retriever?
Oh, yeah. Hey, little guy.
Didn't that dog have rabies?
That's right. Did, didn't it?
Golden retrievers sure are cute when they're little, aren't they? I wonder whatever happened to that dog.
I still have him.
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm. And 1, and 2, and 3.
Okay, there you go. That's over 100 channels, sports, news, digital music. Installation's free, and it's only $31.99 a month.
Just $31.99 a month gets you over 100 channels of DirecTV programming. Right now with free professional installation.
So it was the digital music that... Yeah.
Inevitably, there will come a time in your life when you realize you need a cell phone. And when that time comes, we'll be here.
There's a different way to look at your money.
What's it say?
ING. It's not an ending. It's a beginning.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Budweiser, with a crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer. The Intel Pentium 4 processor, the center of your digital world. And by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
New Heinz Field with its capacity of 64,000 and a nice view through the opening south end at downtown Pittsburgh from the Pittsburgh North Shore. Cunningham goes to work. He's 3 for 3, and this one his first miss as he goes for Padre Ismail in the right flat. Well, who's the best kick punt returner over the last 10 years? Desmond Howard, Dave Meggett, Metcalf, Milburn, Mitchell. How about Jermaine Lewis? You can write his name in if you wish. Just log on, cast your vote at NFL.com. And last week we asked of the surprise teams this year, which one has the best shot of going the distance? And you voted for the Chicago Bears over the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2nd and 10. That's the first miss by Cunningham. He started out 3 for 3. Brookins. And he battles for about 3 to the 33. Brent Alexander and company with the tackle.
Elvis Gerback missing his 2nd consecutive game. They were hoping today that his injury, which is to some rib cartilage, would allow him to be the 2nd quarterback. But Elvis just didn't make the progress they wanted. He's the 3rd quarterback today, only to be used in an emergency. And, of course, Baltimore is still missing Terry Allen, their starting running back, because of a bad ankle. So the reserves are having to come through for the Ravens, and Randall came through big last week.
3rd and 7 for Cunningham. Has to force his throw incomplete. He was under pressure as Aaron Smith, number 91 from Northern Colorado, was in his face.
And you can see that's a lot of emotion from Randall Cunningham when you saw him leaving the field. You could see right off the bat that Sammy Williams had a pretty good grab on Aaron Smith. He was upset that he didn't get the hold, but he got enough disruption that Randall wasn't able to deliver a good pass.
Poteet back at the Pittsburgh 30 as Richardson sends a beautiful spiral all the way to the 16. And there's nothing there for Poteet except Baltimore Raven tacklers led by James Trapp, the veteran cornerback. Timeout, 7:22 left in this scoreless first quarter.
Then I had that taste. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. Now I'm a believer. With grilled sourdough bread. Not a trace. A doubt in my mind. A quarter pound of flame broiled beef. I'm in love. Ooh. 2 slices of melted Swiss cheese. 4 strips of bacon. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger will make you a believer. Now for a limited time at Burger King. Shrek, the biggest movie of the year. Now available wherever videos are sold.
The Roman aqueducts have stood here since 145 BC, able to endure centuries because of an engineering marvel, the arch. A curved structure so incredibly strong that even when great pressure is applied to it, it holds its shape. A design with such strength and integrity that to this day, modern man has yet to improve upon it.
Change the face of digital photography with the Intel Pentium 4 processor, the center of your digital world.
Get ready for a Survivor first. Every friendship, every alliance will be shattered.
Oh my God.
Don't miss the first 15 minutes of Survivor, CBS Thursday.
It is here that you will witness a tradition unlike any other. The Masters on CBS Sports.
With Dan Dierdorf and Bonnie Bernstein, Dick Enberg, Mike Arnold, our director, Lance Sparrow, our producer here in Pittsburgh. Great to be back along the Allegheny. And this site just adjacent to where Three Rivers Stadium was located, just across the way from our position today.
Don't forget the Monongahela and the Ohio.
To make the Ohio, yeah.
Get them all in there.
Confluence. First to say Confluence wins. The fire by Stewart is on the money, right into the chest of Burris, who has become the big hope now for Pittsburgh. He had a quiet rookie year, but it came alive Monday night.
Yeah, he had 6 receptions for 151 yards last week. And Plexico Burris, such a huge target. Talking to him yesterday, Dick, we were all surprised. You know he's 6'5.5", and here he is. Look at him just rip the ball away, keep it alive, and then make the reception Monday night. He's every bit of 6'6", and he looks even bigger than that. As a quarterback, I don't know how it's possible to miss the guy.
Of course, those short fades put him in great position. The handoff inside the bus, and bus brought to a stop after maybe 2-yard gain.
A big factor for Pittsburgh today as we look at Jerome Bettis is he's missing his counterpart, his change of pace today. Amos Zaraway, who really provides a lot of quickness and a lot of burst around the corner, isn't suited up for this afternoon's game because he injured his shoulder Monday night against Tennessee. And Zaraway averaging 5.2 yards a carry, Dick, and that a lot more pressure than there already is placed on Jerome Bettis.
Stewart to Bettis. Gets to the 40-yard line, but there was Ray Lewis down low to trip him up.
This Pittsburgh rushing attack behind Jerome Bettis responsible. Yes, certainly it camouflages the fact that they don't have a great passing game, and it allows Cordell Stewart to be very conservative. But it's also the reason that they have the #1 ranked defense in the NFL. When you run the football, when you have a time of possession advantage like the Steelers do, this rushing game responsible for a lot of good things with the Steelers.
On 3rd down, a long 4. Quick throw by Stewart, complete. And a first down to Hines. Check that, it's Bobby Shaw. Shaw to midfield. Carnell Lake, the former Steeler, was putting pressure on Cordell Stewart off a safety blitz.
And there's nobody to block, and Cordell knows, and he sees him coming, and look how efficiently he stands in there and delivers a good throw. Cordell Stewart knows there's a hot blitzer. No one's responsible for him except number 10. And Shaw breaks off his route, becomes a target, and gets a good delivery from Cordell Stewart.
Shaw played at California, then had 180 catches as a collegian. First down at midfield. No score first quarter. Stewart throws on first down, complete to Burris, who is hit immediately by Chris McAllister.
Are they going to give him the catch? I don't think they are. Remember, in this league, you got to come down. You have to demonstrate possession when you come to the ground.
Plexico Burris thought he had it, but it's ruled incomplete.
You can have it in the air, Dick, but you got to have it after you come to the ground. Ray Lewis, Chris McAllister, the 2 Ravens. Let's take one more look at it. Perfect strike from Cordell Stewart, and the ball's on there. You know, they say a fumble can't cause, the ground can't cause a fumble. Folks, that's only on a running play.
Second down, throws into the flat, complete to Hines Ward. Steps out of bounds right at the yardstick, and now it's going to be inside the 40. First down Steelers. Starks and Pratt, the defenders.
Cordell on fire.
Cordell Stewart is now over 10,000 yards passing in his career here in Pittsburgh.
Again, it's just a perfectly thrown football by Cordell Stewart, right on the shoulders. And Hines Ward, who, Bill Cowher, what did he tell us about Hines Ward? He said, I think he's the most all-around, the best all-around receiver in the game.
Well, that's because he admires the way he blocks.
Yeah.
He says he can really block. Here's the pass to Bruner, the tight end, and he rumbles down the sidelines. Lewis finally gets him out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Well, not a huge part of the Pittsburgh passing game is Mark Bruner, their tight end. But again, it's just a ball from Stewart that allows him to take it in stride, and he's completely unaccounted for by Baltimore's defense.
Bruner's 9th catch of the season.
Which doesn't make you a big factor. It's no wonder they lost track of it.
They spot the ball 21-yard line as Cordell Stewart is 5 for 7 in this opening quarter, 70 yards throwing. Here's a reverse. It's Troy Edwards. Cuts back, but rejected rudely so as Bulwer got him and Lewis as well.
Well, Bill Cowher prides himself on being aggressive. He thinks plays like this really do a lot to slow down pursuit. And, Pittsburgh runs more of these, I think, than any team in football. 2 weeks ago, we had them down in Tampa where Jerome Bettis throws a touchdown pass to Jeremy Tooman, faking the run and then lofts a perfect strike. And Bill Cowher, he loves it. He sits around all week drawing these things up. You wouldn't expect that. You'd think he'd be more conservative than that, but he's not.
A loss on that play, however. 2nd and 13. Stewart fakes screen one way, goes the other to Bettis, has a blocker. 20. Whoa, is he hit hard by Lewis with Bulwer in support. Now there was a Ray Lewis open field tackle. There's the hammer and the anvil.
There's the hammer and the anvil, and the clanging is resonating all the way up here. They're still talking to each other down on the field. Good blocking out in front for the bus, but look at that perfect strike by Ray Lewis. Watch the left of your screen as Lewis comes in, puts the shoulder right on the solar plexus of Jerome Bettis. Whoa, that's big time. You don't see the bus go backwards like that very often.
Lewis giving 10 pounds to the ball carrier. Bettis at 255.
That bus does have reverse.
3rd down and 4. Stewart trying to run for it, and he's caught from behind and pulled down by James Trapp, who, of course, was a world and Olympic level sprinter himself back in his days at Clemson. Easily caught the quarterback. Jim, what do you have for us?
All right, we've got an update, Dick, in Tennessee, and the Titans' McNair will go to Kevin Dyson. Remember at the Super Bowl when he reached for that final yard and was denied? He got it this time. 7-0 Tennessee. First quarterback to you.
All right, thank you, Jim. As Chris Brown comes in for the Steelers to attempt a 38-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. Brown gives Bill Cowher the early lead.
Let's look at what makes the dome structure of great importance. You see, its circular design allows for maximum volume in a minimum space. So, an amazing number of people or things can actually fit in a relatively small area. With such an efficient design, it's a wonder domes aren't seen more often today.
I think this photo paper is just what you're looking for.
Wow, great price.
David White, 3-time Employee of the Month, Dan.
He has a natural ability to match a customer's needs with his budget. Really a go-to guy in these situations.
Who'd you expect? Bob Dole?
Follow Mark Martin and the Viagra racing team this season.
Get to your doctor for a checkup and find out if a free sample of Viagra is right for you.
And for more information right now, race over to Viagra.com.
Good value.
Price is right. What's the resolution?
2,400 DPI.
Oh, brilliant display of team chemistry, Dan. Yeah, Charles Rosen and Matt Herman not only have a command of the products, they anticipate exactly where the other's going to be on the floor.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Staples. Staples has everything you need for your business at great low prices. And by IBM, taking e-business and your business to the next level.
Well, we saw Bill Cowher yelling after that successful field goal. Why? Well, because it was almost blocked by Rod Woodson. Look from the right. Woodson comes in, and the ball just barely escapes his hands. And Bill Cowher knows that his team came very close to having that field goal blocked.
3-0 here late in the first quarter. Jermaine Lewis ever dangerous with the return for the Ravens. As a crease at the 30.
Look out.
Brown able to get a body on him and knock him out of bounds at the Pittsburgh 42-yard line. Oh, my, Jermaine Lewis again, 53 on the return.
Look at this workmanship. Could make a lot of lira selling these in New York. Yeah, look at these prices. These guys don't know what they got. They're clueless. Try asking the old guy if he can handle a production of 10,000 of these.
No problem, signora.
What's it say? They have 2 million units warehoused in New Jersey. New Jersey?
New Jersey. New Jersey.
The right infrastructure can take your business anywhere, even New Jersey.
Bye-bye.
Totally new Nissan Altima.
Hey, Edge Gel is gonna clean up your act with Edge Clean Shave Gel.
Edge Clean.
Edge Clean's got a built-in facial cleanser that helps lift dirt and oil every time you lather. To help lift dirt and oil every time you shave.
Edge Clean Complete.
So clean up your act with Edge Clean Shave Gel.
The show must go on. The Emmy Awards. The stars will shine brighter as we celebrate the power of television. The Emmys, live, CBS tonight.
Jermaine Lewis, the 5'7", 180-pound dynamo from Maryland. That's his longest regular season kickoff return, 53 yards, formerly 51 yards in '97. Of course, he had the 84-yard touchdown return in the Super Bowl.
I didn't think Turtles could run that fast.
Oh, he is excited. Swing it out to Ian Badejo. He's at the 40 and still in bounds. Finally stepped out at the 34-yard line, a gain of 8.
Well, Jermaine Lewis, such a dangerous return man. He led the NFL last year in punt return average. He's returned 6 punts for touchdowns. Look how he just reads his block. He's getting great blocks to begin with. But, you know, a lot of returnmen, they get good blocking, but they don't see them, and they cut the wrong way. Jermaine Lewis just has that innate feel of which direction to go, and he almost seems to make the right decision 100% of the time.
Kickoff man Chris Brown got him out of bounds. Cunningham wide open as Shannon Sharp. He's at the 20 and knocked out of bounds at the Pittsburgh 17-yard line. His first catch today, needs only 5 more to become the all-time receiver as a tight end in NFL history.
Well, that time Joey Porter ends up with the responsibility of trying to run right there with Shannon Sharp, and I'm not sure there's a linebacker in the league that can do that, especially on that type of a crossing pattern. Ultimately, Porter ends up catching him, but that's an assignment that just about any linebacker is he's gonna come up short.
17 yards on the play. The Steelers have not allowed a point scored on them in the first quarter this year. Brookins and Baltimore trying to change that as he dives inside to the 13-yard line with a half minute remaining in the period.
I'm impressed with the fact that Jason Brookins, who's really a power running back, and it's just the word you always associated with him. So far in this first quarter here, Dick, we've seen some nimble feet from Brookins. He's made a couple people miss in the backfield.
He's 6 feet tall, but 235. Played at Division II Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee. The Fighting Dragons. Brookins a long shot to be the running back featured by the Super Bowl defending champions, but that because of the injury to Jamal Lewis and Terry Allen. That's the end of the first quarter here in Pittsburgh. Steelers 3, Ravens nothing.
My dad was really good with his hands. Could have been a surgeon if he wanted to. He could hear a car driving by and tell you whether it needed a tune-up or if the brakes were starting to go. Doctors and lawyers would stop at his garage asking for professional advice. And after school, he'd let me watch him work his magic on cars. More than anyone, he taught me how to earn my customers' trust. Like Dad, I'm proud to be a professional auto technician and proud of the work we do.
CarQuest, the professional choice.
Ho, ho, ho! Oh, I hope you didn't put all those on the credit card. Yeah, why? Do you know what those interest charges are going to do to us? Don't worry. I used our new Capital One no-hassle card.
Fed up with exploding credit card rates? To the neighbors! With Capital One's new no-hassle Platinum card, you get one low fixed rate and none of the hassle.
Gotta tell Steve and Laura about Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
That's why I'm easy, baby. I'm easy like Sunday morning, yeah. Oh, I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high, so high.
You gotta watch. He's autistic. A witness with a photographic memory.
You just have to get the film out of his head.
Can he help catch a killer?
Tell me what you saw.
All new CSI. Then, they said it could never happen here, but it did. Thursday, one drama will show you how the CIA is attempting to wipe out this threat. An all-new agency after CSI, CBS Thursday.
And welcome as we open the second quarter here in Pittsburgh with the Steelers leading 3-0, but the Ravens deep in Pittsburgh territory at the 13-yard line. Second down and 6. Randall Cunningham looks to the end zone. Touchdown, Shannon Sharp. Wide open. No one near Sharp, who has his first touchdown of the season.
Boy, that only a mistake can allow Shannon Sharp to end up that wide open. There's no motion, nothing to get him open. He just lines up in the conventional tight end spot. And Randall can't believe his eyes when he sees Shannon Sharp all alone in the end zone. Lee Flowers was hopping up and down afterwards, and that's an uncharacteristic mistake by a very veteran secondary for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now the try for point by Matt Stover. And the Ravens claim the lead 7-3. The touchdown set up by Jermaine Lewis's 53-yard kickoff return. Sharp with the score.
Is the market up? Is it down? That's the wrong question. The right question is, do you have a smart, long-term financial plan? If you were going to go out and play a football game, you just wouldn't run out into the field without a game plan. Even though it may be 4th and long and it feels very uncomfortable, you have a plan and you have to stick to it. We've been helping people plan long-term for over 120 years. We understand and we know how to get through difficult times. The Principal Financial Group, we understand what you're working for.
There is the world you know, and one you can only imagine, where you can navigate satellites or fly without ever leaving the ground, where you can live in the future before it even arrives. When you cross into the blue, everything is different and important.
Especially you.
Now, exclusively from the NFL Shop, you can customize your very own official NFL replica jersey.
Pick a team, choose a number, use your name or your favorite player. It's up to you. NFL Shop will make one in any style you want, just $64.99. So call now and order for yourself or a friend. Get the gear, get in the game, exclusively from NFL Shop. Call 1-877-NFL-SHOP now or visit us at NFL Shop on NFL.com.
America loves its country. Get ready
For the CMA Awards, it's country's biggest night.
Award goes to...
Celebrate the sounds of our nation. Join stars Dixie Chicks, Tim McGraw, Trisha Yearwood, Garth Brooks, and more. Vince Gill hosts.
Live from Nashville.
The CMA Awards, CBS Wednesday.
On his way to the Hall of Fame. 4 is right. 4 more catches for Shannon Sharpe, and he will pass Ozzie Newsome, who is now vice president in the Baltimore Ravens organization. He's here and will go down on the field when Shannon catches a couple more to present the ball to him should he break his mark.
Not that he's keeping track.
Hank Poteet wiggles his way out to the 27-yard line on the kickoff return. How did Sharpe get that open on the touchdown?
Well, as I said, Dick, had to be a mistake. Here's Sharpe right here, tight end. But look at the 2 inside guys here for Pittsburgh. One of these 2 has got to pick up Sharpe, who just runs straight down into the end zone. This is the most uncomplicated pattern a tight end could run. And then right here, look at them look at each other going, uh-oh, I thought you had him. I thought you had him. You can't make a mistake in this league against a guy like that and not pay for it big time.
There's a 42-yard drive set up by Lewis's kickoff return in 4 plays. First touchdown for Shannon Sharpe in 11 games, surprisingly. A lot of catches, but not any scoring. Here's Bettis outside left. Did he turn the corner? There's Ray Lewis chasing him all the way, supporting Jamie Sharper. Bonnie, what do you have for us?
Well, Dick, you mentioned Ozzie Newsome's going to come down on the field should Shannon Sharpe break the record. Shannon's kind of been struggling as to who he's actually going to give that game ball to, either his older brother Sterling, who is a Packers great and obviously a big influence on his life, or his grandmother Mary Porter, who basically raised Shannon and Sterling growing up. He told me right before the game, I've made my decision and it's going to Grandma. She really instilled discipline on me and she's getting the ball.
Sterling, by the way, was Spanky and Shannon was Pee-wee.
The throw into the flat is complete as Hines Ward has the catch near first down territory out at the 37. And Jim Nance has an update from New York.
And we're going to take it up to Orchard Park, New York, Dick, where the Colts are trying to beat the Bills for the 2nd time this season. Manning, look at that catch, Marcus Pollard, to give the Colts the lead in the 2nd quarter. Back to Dick and Dan.
Thanks, Jim. One of those tight ends that played college basketball. They certainly find a way to use their body and have great hands to shield away the defense.
Tony Gonzalez mean anything?
That's a good place to start. They're going to measure for a first down, either a first down or 3rd and inches for the Steelers, who have a lot of jury watching. Just enough. Well, tonight on CBS, share a night with America as your favorite stars celebrate the power of television on the Emmy Awards, including a special live performance by Barbra Streisand. Tonight, the Emmys on CBS.
Bob McElwee, our referee, had to get down there and squint. That was a that was a first down by a smidge.
Total yards almost even. Defense dominating as expected. Bettis driving forward as Sam Adams appeared to have charged prematurely, but was he drawn?
Baltimore begins to plead their case. Everybody pointing at the Steelers.
Bob McElwee talking with his head linesman.
That's Tony Viteri. You see the call goes against Baltimore.
Offside. Number 95. Defense. 5 yards. First down.
Hard to miss big Sam Adams.
Nope, here he is right here, and he's going to be the guy who moves first. Yep, he gets a head start just trying to beat the snap count the way all good defensive tackles do. You know, a defensive line coach every now and then, he'll give a guy a pass if he's really consistently taking advantage of it and getting a good jump on the ball. Do it too often, though, and you'll be in the doghouse.
Stewart on 1st and 5. Fire is going to be close to intercepted. The deflection takes it back as Dwayne Starks breaks up the pass intended for Hines Ward. We send you Pittsburgh to New York.
Well, down in Atlanta, a former Patriot right here scores a touchdown against New England. Chandler to Sean Jefferson to give the Falcons the lead. The penalty was against New England. 7-0 Atlanta. Back to Dick and Dan.
What a year Chris Chandler's having for the Atlanta Falcons.
Michael Vick is he's a spectator.
2nd down and 5 as Cordell Stewart brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Pittsburgh has 7 carries, only 4 yards rushing here in the first half, and that's Tony Siragusa plowing his way into the middle of the offensive line.
Siragusa ends up on top of 3 or 4 people here.
He's a 21st century Artie Donovan type of fans back in Baltimore.
Number 98, defense, 5 yards, first down.
Well, this time Cordell Stewart, we better give Cordell a little credit for a hard count because he got Sam Adams, now he gets Siragusa. And look, Siragusa just, boy, talk about absorption, man. He just swallows up a couple people and that's that. You know what? If you're going to go off sides, you know, at least flop on a couple people.
He is thick. First down and a couple of offside calls takes the Steelers out to their own 47. Bettis gets a hole. Look at that move. Being chased from behind, and Sharper brings him down at the 28. The bus was rolling on that one.
Well, it's maybe the single most surprising thing about Jerome Bettis is how nimble he is when he has to make a move to get away from somebody. We all know about the power, but look at that. Look at his ability to do a full 360 in midair and come down in full stride. Jerome Bettis healthy for the first time in 3 years, and that is the picture of good health when a guy can do that, Dick.
25 yards for Bettis, one of the longest runs given up by Baltimore this year, and he gets the call again, and Ray Lewis shadowing his every move makes the tackle at the 24, a gain of 4. We invite you to log on to NFL.com and vote for the AFC and NFC All-Stars to play in the 2002 Pro Bowl. Vote right now at NFL.com or AOL keyword NFL.com.
Think you could tackle You think you could tackle Jerome Bettis? 258 pounds. If he put his mind to it, lower the shoulder and buckle your knees, or if you go too low, he'll just dance away from you with that type of a pirouette. What a marvelous player.
2nd and 6. It's Bettis again. He was slowed up as he tried the center line, had to swing right, and no momentum, and Sam Adams there to make the stop. Gain of a yard on the play. Bettis with 7,300 yards since 1996, the leading ball carrier in that period of time. He's second to Franco Harris here in Pittsburgh. Gained, of course, as the Los Angeles Rams rookie his first 3 years. He led the Rams in rushing each year. 3rd and 5. Stewart, quick throw, incomplete. Intended underneath for Troy Edwards, covered by Rod Woodson.
Well, you're seeing a trend here early. The Ravens are coming with the blitz. This time they come with a corner blitz on the inside. Cordell releases the football, and it is a perfect throw to Troy Edwards. I am so impressed with the way Cordell Stewart has been throwing the ball, reading and recognizing the blitz, giving his teammates chances to catch. That time Edwards just didn't come up with what was a really good play.
Chris Brown from 41 yards is wide right. So the run by Jerome Bettis to set up that field goal negated as the long try by Brown misses. 7-3 Baltimore.
If you have people waiting for you to come home for the holidays, we wouldn't want to slow you up. After all, the best gift we can give each other is time together. But there is one stop you might want to make before you go. Your Chrysler, Dodge, or Jeep dealer. Because for a limited time, we're including the security of 7-year or 100,000-mile powertrain protection with every new vehicle, plus 0% financing on select models. So before you head home for the holidays, stop by our place. After all, we'd like to see you too.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chrysler. Drive equals love. Nextel, how business gets done. And by Pizza Hut, where every week this fall you can get one of our pizzas for an unbelievable price.
Russ Grimm working with his offensive line for the Steelers. And out come the Ravens after the missed field goal try by Chris Brown at the 31. Double tight end. Cunningham fires complete. About a 10-yard gain. As up high was Travis Taylor for his 20th reception of the year. Tackled by Dwayne Washington. Well, tonight on 60 Minutes, whether he was talking Jackie Kennedy or dealing with matters of state, Lyndon Johnson's private phone calls were all secretly recorded. Guess who has the tapes? 60 Minutes tonight on CBS.
Well, this completion to Taylor, very close to a first down. They're going to have to bring in the chains. Bob McElwee again. I'll have to get down there and see if this is close enough to squint.
Just missed a couple of links. And you won't miss if you check out the NFL coverage on the net, including expert analysis and live scoreboards. You go to cbs.sportsline.com or AOL keyword CBS Sportsline.
Well, Bill Cowher loves to sit around, design blitzes, try to figure out different ways to come at the quarterback. We saw him 2 weeks ago down in Tampa where they dropped Brad Johnson 10 times, and they're going against a Baltimore offensive line, Dick, that's given up a dozen sacks in the last 2 weeks.
And one today, fumble by Cunningham, but he's able to fall on it as Lee Flowers comes in to secure the play. A loss of about 3.
Now, center Mike Flynn, their number 62, has a torn tendon in the thumb of his right hand. He can't pull his thumb back. Now, we were told by Brian Billick that it really doesn't have any effect on his ability to snap the football, but it's going to require surgery at the end of the season. And it's, again, obviously, it's got something to do with it. Veteran to veteran, and we have a fumbled snap.
3rd down and 3. Cunningham incomplete. He had to hurry to Travis Taylor as the pressure was on. Aaron Smith again, the defensive lineman, in on Cunningham.
Well, how does a defensive end get in that quickly? He's just turned loose by this Ravens offensive line. Boy, you got to account for the big guys first. Take the big guys first, work on the small guys second. You don't look to the outside or to the inside and turn loose a defensive end to smack your quarterback in the face.
Hank Petit now ready to field this low kick from Richardson. Petit, bobbles it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 39-yard punt, a flag down on the play. Well, that was for Brian Billick a tough one to digest. Here they're measuring for a first down, 2nd and inches. Then the missed snap goes 3rd and 3, and then the hurried pass.
That'll kill a drive. We've got a holding call, looks like, against Pittsburgh.
Holding number 30 of the receiving team after the ball was kicked. The receivers will keep the ball 1st and 10 after the penalty for their foul. Chad
Scott ticketed for 10, and that'll take it to the 15-yard line. Pittsburgh will put it in play there, trailing by 4.
You have 1 Bud. It's Bob. I tried tracking you down everywhere, so I'm leaving this on your cell phone. Look, about your merger meeting this morning, whatever you do, avoid the boardroom. I was talking to maintenance, and they just lacquered the table, and it needs 24 hours to dry. Man, I hope you get this.
With ordinary cell phones, you leave messages, but with Nextel Direct Connect, the digital two-way radio, you get right through.
Thanks to the technology inside, you can take Guinness Draft outside. Introducing Guinness Draft in a bottle.
Come on! Can you wait a minute?
Talk to LiftMaster and get the world's #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Call LiftMaster now.
It's the new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas from Pizza Hut, now with 6 kinds of luscious cheese and 6 kinds of seriously satisfying meat toppings, or 5 garden veggies, or 2 layers of zesty pepperoni. Just $8.99. The new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas, only from Pizza Hut.
Access NFL.com now on America Online. Get live game day coverage and real-time stats at AOL keyword NFL.com.
Now that I'm not on the field anymore doing my thing, find out what I really have to say on NFL Today on CBS.
Heinz Field, you see those 2 big ketchup bottles. They are now in place and will pour red anytime the Steelers are in the red zone.
Is it ketchup, or ketchup?
Well, ketchup where I grew up in Michigan. But I think when you eat with a little finger pointed up.
Triple pronunciations are ketchup. Uh-oh, Cordell says timeout.
9:44 left in this first half. We'll catch up with more action when we return.
Who'd you expect? Bob Dole?
Follow Mark Martin and the Viagra racing team this season. Get to your doctor for a checkup and find out if a free sample of Viagra is right for you.
And for more information right now, race over to Viagra.com.
Rolaids announces unbeatable taste. 5 great ways to spell fast relief. And now taste tests show even Tums can't beat Rolaids. In mint or fruit flavors, what a great tasting way to spell relief. Rolaids.
Hey, it's Dark Mountain Roast Coffee. Feel robust, full-bodied coffee.
Always fresh.
As good or better than any coffee house.
And it costs less.
Dark Mountain Roast Coffee, only at 7-Eleven.
Get it while it's hot.
It's always hot. Yeah.
Old Day Kevin.
America's best night of comedy is CBS Monday. First, a hospital visit brings Doug face-to-face with the world's most annoying patient.
Ho, ho.
The King of Queens. Then is Greg a bad dad?
You've set the bar so low I can do the bare minimum and feel like the world's greatest dad.
And you're welcome.
Yes, dear. Next, Ray's wife and mom team up on a devious plan.
It's like voodoo.
And Dr. Becker's not afraid of modern medicine.
Get me out of here!
All new comedy, CBS Monday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Viagra. Ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you. And by Gateway, where you've got a friend in the business.
And welcome back to Pittsburgh, where the Ravens lead 7-3.
Yeah, this is frustrating when you've had a timeout. You see the play clock. They're going to run out of time. Cordell Stewart still has motion going on and realizes he won't get the ball snapped. So he saves the 5-yard penalty. But, boy, that just really, that's kind of a casual way to burn a timeout. That's a real mistake.
Fake to Bettis, and Stewart now scrambling. And dives out across the 20, a gain of nearly 6. Lewis and Sharper, they're the 2 linebackers for Baltimore. That penalty on the kick return was only the 2nd Pittsburgh penalty in the last 2 games plus this half. So that has been one of the areas in which Bill Cowher feels his team has really matured, not hurting themselves.
Well, it's just such basic football here in Pittsburgh. Run the football. Play good defense. Don't turn it over. Don't penalize yourself. You know, they're all the simple little things, Dick, that are easy to talk about but hard to do.
On 2nd and 4. Bettis spinning, pulling his way for a couple. He'll be short of the first down by 2 as we go to Jim Nance in New York.
All right, New England's come back to tie it at Atlanta. It's Tom Brady to Kevin Falk. And Otis Smith followed it up with an interception. The Patriots are threatening again, 7-7, second quarter. Back to you, Dick.
What a terrific job that young Tom Brady has done for the New England Patriots.
Where did he go to college?
University of Michigan. Where did you go, by the way?
I forgot.
3rd down. And a long 2. The throw incomplete through the hands of Bobby Shaw. You could hear it smack, and Ray Lewis there to defend, but it appeared to be a ball that should have been received.
Again, Cordell Stewart. Look at the ball. Yeah, it's on the back shoulder pad, and
but Lewis was all over him.
Ray Lewis could have been flagged for the interference. I think that drew a little bit of a moan here at Heinz Field.
And this always an exciting play. Jermaine Lewis, punt return. 6 touchdowns in his short career.
Miller ought to aim for the sideline.
Drives this one, and this is very returnable as Lewis picks it off at the 21. 30. Look at the balance. 35, still on his feet to the 39-yard line. Oh, my.
Well, I don't think Pittsburgh can be all that upset with that because there wasn't a Steeler within 25 yards of Jermaine Lewis when he caught that punt. That could have ended up a lot worse.
55 on the punt, 17 on the return from Lewis.
Jermaine Lewis is clear back here, and well, I'm telling you, he's got there is just all sorts of room. When he fielded that over his shoulder, that can end it. I know he broke some tackles, but the Steelers can't be all that upset about it.
Ravens start with a 7-3 lead at their own 39-yard line. Cunningham at the controls. Brookins. No, it's Ian Badejo, and he's hit in the backfield for a loss of a yard. Action boiling in the NFL. Here's Jim.
Yes, and take note of this one, Dick. It's Marathon Sunday in New York, and up in Orchard Park, Peyton Manning breaks free for 33 yards and a touchdown, his longest run of his career. Let's go back to Dick and Dan.
Impersonating Red Grange, a galloping ghost.
Jim, that may end up the longest run of his career. We'll check in 5 or 6 years from now. Peyton Manning, not exactly a speedy quarterback.
2nd and 11. Brookins now at tailback. Cunningham throws in the flat to Brookins, drops the ball. Played his high school ball in Mexico, Missouri before attending Lane College. He credited his play this spring in NFL Europe with the Rhine Fire, where he worked on his pass blocking. Said that was the weakest part of his game.
Well, that time never convinced me that he wasn't distracted by the fact that Jason Gilden was coming up fast right in his face, and he looked at Gilden and took his eyes off the ball.
3rd and 11, and the crowd picks up the noise. Cunningham beats the clock, and off the hands of Shannon Sharp. It was on his right hip, but as he points to himself, that's one he'll catch 19 out of 20 times.
Well, they did everything they could do to get Sharp open. They got a double crossing pattern across the middle. Stokely goes inside, and yeah, that ball was thrown behind him. That was not a good pass by Cunningham. Shannon took credit for the drop, but it was well behind him.
Richardson to deliver his 4th punt of the game. Booms this one back to Poteet. Lets it bounce, and this is Richardson's strength. Boy, he can make those long kicks die. He leads the league and kicks inside the 20. That's his 16th. He led the league the last 2 years. Kyle Richardson from Arkansas State. A reminder, folks, Thursday on Survivor. Even if you've watched every episode, prepare yourself for a whole new ball game where only people there are more surprised than you. Survivors themselves. Don't miss an all-new Survivor Thursday on CBS. And this is a big CBS doubleheader day. And Cleveland at Chicago, 2 first-place teams. Who would have thunk it in November back in August? And that should be a dandy. We'll follow our action here from Pittsburgh. Stewart underneath, complete to Plexico Burris, and the big wide receiver is wrestled out of bounds by Dwayne Starks and the rest of the Raven secondary.
Well, as we're seeing by a lot of teams in this league, the conventional wisdom, throw the ball on first down against the Baltimore Ravens in a nice conservative pattern to a giant target, and Dwayne Starks giving Plexico Burris some room. And again, if you've got Sam Adams and Tony Saragusa on the field, go ahead, throw the ball on first down. It's what everybody in the league is doing against Baltimore.
2nd and 2. Again, a throw. Stewart on first down through the hands of Burris. A little behind him, Dwayne Starks covering.
Well, we've seen Cordell Stewart throw the football to just about everybody on his team. Finds Mark Bruner going down the sidelines. This all in the first quarter. And really, it's been a very sharp day. That time to Plexico Burris across the middle. The fake one way. Back to Bettis on the screen the other. And I think Cordell Stewart's been very sharp and finally gets Hines Ward in on the action. And he's had a couple drops. You see his mostly to the wide receivers. Only one big one to the tight end Bruner. But I think Cordell Stewart has been sharp and decisive in throwing the ball.
Shotgun on 3rd and 2, and Stewart down the middle. And that was a dangerous pass, broken up in heavy traffic, intended for Burris. Bruner was there as well.
Well, that's a mistake to have 2 guys that close together. Plexico Burris and Mark Bruner were almost on top of one another in the middle of the field. Somebody in that duo was not where they were supposed to be.
6:23 left in this first half, and the Steelers will punt it again, and Jermaine Lewis creeping up close to the 45 in Baltimore territory. Driving kick, and Lewis watches it go over his shoulder to the 22-yard line. They get him this time. Coverage is solid as Mike Jones led the charge on special teams. 63-yard punt, 4 on the return. Well, an NFL doubleheader today. Next Saturday, the Home Depot SEC football. Auburn's Tigers and the Bulldogs of Georgia. Saturday right here on CBS Sports. Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 on the West Coast. So the Ravens start at the 27, Dan.
And I would have thought they were going to start closer to midfield. What a tremendous punt by Josh Miller. I thought that this would be at least a midfield start for the Ravens. And, Joe, that's so critical when a punter comes through for you big like that, and your coverage teams follow up with good tackle.
Longest punt of the season for Josh Miller. Pump fake. Cunningham with a flag down, dives across the 30, away from Joey Porter.
Well, this will be holding against the Ravens. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Good coverage downfield, forcing Cunningham to scramble.
Holding, number 75, offense. 10 yards, first down.
You don't see many ticketed against Jonathan Ogden, the 4-time Pro Bowler.
He went the last 4 times in a row, and he's trying to block to the inside. You see Kendrell Bell, the rookie, gets inside on Ogden, and they lock up arms. I have to say that more often than not, though, that's the type of block that goes unflagged.
They fake the reverse and give it inside, and just for short yardage to Jason Brookins. Kendrick Clancy in the middle of the defense. The 3rd-round draft pick a year ago out of Ole Miss.
Yeah, Clancy rotates in there at nose tackle with rookie Casey Hampton, who was Pittsburgh's #1 draft choice this year, the rookie out of Texas. And again, you put a jersey on a defensive guy, stick him in the Pittsburgh lineup, and he just seems to play good football. Doesn't matter what position.
30 years. The offensive line the same. It's just a prototype. They pick them, they put that black and gold on, and they seem to perform like yesteryear. Into the flat to Kadri Ismail. Short of the first down, but good yardage as Scott made the hit from his cornerback spot.
Well, I can tell you that Kadri Ismail isn't going anywhere on this field without somebody from Pittsburgh being right with him. Look at the good hit by Chad Scott as he drives right in from behind. Bill Cowher says that we've made Qadry Ismail a Hall of Fame receiver over the years, and we've got to put that to a stop. 5 touchdowns in 5 games against the Steelers. Bill Cowher said that's got to end.
3 catches today for 30. It's 3rd down. Call it a long 6.
Where are they coming from? They got to come from somewhere.
Cunningham underneath Ian Badejo. Oh, what an open field tackle by Mike Logan, the backup safety.
Boy, an unusual look by Pittsburgh. They only come with 4 and drop 7. And this is a sure first down without this tackle. Oh, you can hear that pop. Boy, that is really well done.
If Ian Badejo can fall forward, he needed only another yard for a first down. So on 4th and 1, Richardson to kick again to Poteet. Dribbles down to the 26, and Poteet tackled immediately. Good charge by Brad Jackson and Adalius Thomas. Bonnie?
Well, Dick, we've already talked about how Plexico Burress had his best day as a Steeler on Monday against the Titans. He's playing well today. Not a surprise to Coach Bill Cowher, because he said, I've noticed in the last couple of weeks that his attitude has changed to practice. He said, perfect example, last Friday, Plex stayed a half hour after practice specifically to work on catching the deep ball. He said sometimes it takes young guys a little while to catch on to the concept of hard work. We've got a lot of good guys who set examples, and he thinks he's finally catching on.
He said he wasn't very happy last year in his rookie season. Injuries and things just didn't happen the way they did at Michigan State. But the Steelers hope they have the new Plexico at work now. Stewart to the sidelines, and open, and a fine sliding catch by Hines Ward, who leads the team coming in with 33 grabs.
Again, another first down throw by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And folks, yes, this is Cordell Stewart that you are watching throw the football with this kind of accuracy. This is not Troy Aikman. This is not any of the other prolific passers in this game. Throwing it right to the sidelines, low and away where only Hines Ward could catch it. So far, it has been excellent work by Cordell Stewart.
3:17 left in the half, and it's the Bus Bettis. Stacked up, no gain. Adalius Thomas, in his 2nd year from Southern Miss, made the stop. You can follow all the games on NFL.com, and after the games, get in-depth analysis and recaps from the experts only at NFL.com or AOL keyword NFL.com.
Now that's what happens to most people on a first down run against the Ravens. It ends up being 2nd and long.
Bettis now with 45 yards rushing, 9 carries. Under Baltimore, a long streak, 44 games without allowing a 100-yard rusher. They fake the reverse, and then they throw to the man in motion, Hines Ward. And Ward able to gain only a yard on the play as Jamie Sharper not fooled at his linebacker spot.
Well, it's one of the real trademarks of this Baltimore defense, Dick. Discipline. Marvin Lewis has hammered these guys on honoring your responsibilities. You just don't see this group making a whole lot of fundamental breakdowns in their disciplines. There's Marvin Lewis, who will be, before long, a head coach in the National Football League. His time has come, and I'll be shocked if he doesn't get one this offseason, Dick.
Only 2 defensive linemen in the game for the Ravens as the 2-minute warning hits. The Steelers trying to catch Baltimore's 4-point lead.
If you have people waiting for you to come home for the holidays, we wouldn't want to slow you up. After all, the best gift we can give each other is time together. But there is one stop you might want to make before you go, your Chrysler, Dodge, or Jeep dealer. Because for a limited time, we're including the security of 7-year or 100,000-mile powertrain protection with every new vehicle, plus 0% financing on select models. So before you head home for the holidays, stop by our place. After all, we'd like to see you too.
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm.
And 1, and 2, and 3. Okay, there you go. That's over 100 channels, sports, news, digital music. Installation's free, and it's only $31.99 a month.
Just $31.99 a month gets you over 100 channels of DirecTV programming. Right now with free professional installation.
So it was the digital music that... Yeah.
The Late Show with David Letterman. I may be calling you. Dial It Up, Monday.
2 minutes to go before the intermission, with the Ravens leading the Steelers as expected, a low-scoring game.
Well, because they're two teams, Dick, with identical philosophies. They both believe that if we stay close, that in the fourth quarter, our physical strength and our ability to wear down our opponent will pay off. And, of course, they both believe that. They've both proven it to be effective over the years. You know, test the wills. Which one's gonna come through?
Who will be strongest in that final 15 minutes? It's 3rd down and 9. There'll be plenty of time for the Ravens if Stewart and the Steelers are stopped, and they are, as Fuamatu Afala unable to handle the pass, and Stewart's receivers have not been very kind to him.
No, they have not. And as you saw in that play selection, you know, it's just what most people, when they play the Ravens, do. They'll pass more than they'll run. And even when you have a prolific rushing attack like the Steelers, I think it's smart to throw them a curveball and go ahead and pass the ball. It would just help Cordell if his receivers would catch most of them.
Josh Miller hits this one higher, and a fair catch, Jermaine Lewis, as he goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. They'll mark it at the 9.
Great punt.
Baltimore has all 3 timeouts remaining.
But what an outstanding punt again by Miller.
The crew's all ready for the Nextel halftime report. Jim, Mike, Randy, Jerry will have the scores, highlights, early action, latest NFL news, and a CBS News update, America on Guard. Boy, they had a big crowd there in New York today. I mean, that noise, and they must have had thousands watching that pregame show.
And then what's later today? The Bears, the Browns.
It's kind of nice, isn't it?
Can you imagine that? Well, for a kid who grew up in Ohio, I think it's pretty cool.
44. Randall Cunningham with Jason Brookins at tailback, and it's Brookins gets through the first man and then is stuffed maybe a yard on the play. Coming up from the secondary, Lee Flowers.
And the Steelers yelling for a timeout. They want to try to force Baltimore to have to punt this thing and get a shot at another score before halftime.
Steelers have 1 timeout left. 1:36 remaining, first half.
AccessNFL.com, now on America Online. Get game day coverage with live scoring updates and exclusive post-game features.
Hey, listen, great job, fellas. Excellent job.
Every Sunday on NFL.com and America Online keyword NFL.com. For 36 years, NFL Films has brought you the best in football. Now, access NFL Films TV online at NFL.com.
Look at the skyline of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just adjacent, just across the river from the Allegheny River from our side here, the new Heinz Field. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Ravens. Ian Badejo, the running back behind Cunningham, who's going to throw. Now he's going to scramble. Down he goes at the 2-yard line, the 2nd sack of the game, and Joey Porter has another. He leads the Ravens 2 today, 7 for the year. Steelers spend their final timeout.
Come on, guys.
This is Dwayne Washington of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But this is my favorite painting of them all.
Dwayne helps the United Way build stronger communities by supporting after-school programs for kids.
Based on traditional thinking, he was considered a surrealist. Abstract thinking, yet classical form, was how the French interpreted the movement.
That looks like spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Baltimore ahead by 4, and look at Joey Porter. Whoa, by the slimmest of margins, he gets Randall Cunningham. The hand slides down the leg, he gets the ankle, and picks up his second sack of the day. This is where Pittsburgh would like to have back that timeout they wasted with that offensive formation running out of time. Because they have no more.
3rd and long, and it's Brookins tackled at the 2. Make it Ian Badejo as Earl Holmes, the 245-pound linebacker from Florida A&M, makes the stop. Now they don't have a timeout here to stop the clock, so it will run as Baltimore brings on its punting unit.
That's a mistake when Cordell Stewart had to burn up that timeout. That's going to cost him a good 40 seconds.
Hasn't happened for a long time, but here's a situation where if Poteet should call for a fair catch, the Steelers could have a free kick for a field goal. And he should get the ball, perhaps, around the 40.
There'll be plenty of time. Yes, if they were out of time, if that was the last couple of seconds.
46 seconds remain, but it's ticking down. And Baltimore will let it go till they can call time at 44. Chris Brown has the longest in the AFC this year, a 55-yard field goal, but a free kick, that's you just tee it up and can take full swing at it as if it were a kickoff. So there's a chance of kicking a 60-yarder. Baltimore's timeout. They have 2 remaining. Nextel halftime report is next with the gang in New York to give you all the early action, scores, and highlights, as well as a CBS News update.
Dick, I just think with this much time remaining in the first half, even though they don't have any timeouts, that the Steelers are going to go. They'll have to run some plays. All it takes is, at least 10 or 15 yards to get them in a much more. And they've got plenty of time to do that. They'll get this ball sometime in the high 30s, I would suspect, 35 seconds or so.
Richardson squeezed into that end zone. Not 15 yards back from center, but about 10 yards. They come after him, and he gets it out of there. A wobbler. It's going to take a Pittsburgh bounce, and they're going to have the ball at the 32-yard line.
In 35 seconds.
Now time for a couple of pass plays and a possible long field goal for William Laird Cowers Steelers. Wednesday on CBS, Vince Gill, Sheryl Crow, Tim McCraw, Brooks and Dunn, Willie Nelson, the Dixie Chicks. More of the biggest acts in country music perform live at the Country Music Awards. That's Wednesday night on CBS. So the Emmy Awards tonight and Country Music Awards on Wednesday.
Cordell's he's got time to use the whole field. He's got time to take a couple shots into the end zone itself.
Oh, it's deflected and almost intercepted.
Oh, what an excellent play by Bobby Shaw. Shaw gets up there and breaks up what looked to me to be a sure interception.
That was right into about 4 white jerseys right there as Rob Burnett deflects.
But watch Shaw go up and make the play, and he really distracts and gets his hand. Does he actually touch the ball? Let's see. No, he doesn't touch the ball, but he sure gets in there and gets in Carnell Lake's way to break up what looked like a sure INT.
Good protection. Down the middle, wide open, and he drops the ball. Bobby Shaw had a touchdown. Well, we mentioned that Stewart's receivers have not exactly been cooperative today, and boy, there's the biggest miss of all.
Talk about back-to-back plays. Bobby Shaw, who breaks up the interception on the previous play, drops a touchdown. And again, a perfect strike from Cordell Stewart. Runs a skinny post. He is wide open. Corey Harris way late in getting over to him, and oh my Lord, you don't get many chances like that.
3rd down and 10 from the 32 with 25 seconds. Stewart to the sideline to Burris. Or no, it's Hines. Yes, it is Burris. Plexico Burris, and they're going to call it a catch at the 21-yard line, and he stops the clock at 21 seconds.
Which means I think that Pittsburgh still has time to complete something in the middle of the field, get up, and snap the ball and pound the ball into the ground. So even with no timeouts, the Steelers are effectively moving the ball down the field. And I'm so impressed with the way Cordell Stewart throwing the football.
Never seen him throw it better. 5 yards away from moving into the third spot all-time passing here in Pittsburgh ahead of Bubby Brister. He goes to the end zone. Open is Burris. Touchdown. Oh, that's big, big, big for the Steelers fans. In the final seconds, they take the lead in this first half. Dwayne Starks on the coverage, and he's had his problems this last few games.
Overcoming adversity, not letting a mistake get you down. All of those things are what the Steelers did on that drive. A sure touchdown dropped by Bobby Shaw. Cordell Stewart, unfazed by that, comes back and throws another touchdown pass to Plexico Burris. Dwayne Starks, the shorter of the two corners for Baltimore, draws the assignment. Single coverage against Plexico Burris. Burris gets away from him. Starks never sees the football. Starks right now is going, I don't like this. And I don't know what he was thinking, trying to put a shoulder into a guy who's 8 inches taller than he is. He didn't slow Burris down at all. Starks never sees the football. And right on the hands, and Burris had a coming out party last week, and it appears he'd like to stay out.
21 yards on the play, and Cordell Stewart needed only 20 seconds. They got the ball in the short punt at the 32, got 4 plays off in 20 seconds, and a touchdown. 38 consecutive victories at home when leading at halftime. Pittsburgh fans know that well, and they take the lead 10-7. Corey Harris and Jermaine Lewis, and you wonder if they'll even try to kick the ball to Lewis with his long distance threat on every kick. 15 seconds remaining in the half. 2 timeouts for Baltimore should they get the ball up around midfield. Lewis at the 5. And tackled short of the 25-yard line. Lindsey Jackson able to make the stop. Number 83. And Lewis comes up holding that left knee.
Stay there, Jermaine. Stay there. Don't try to walk on it. There's when Brian Billick knows that he loses a huge threat if something happens to Jermaine Lewis. And there's some good news. At least he's able to put weight on it. Tries to make the cut back into the middle. Oh, and you can see he just got that leg way out in front of him. He got that left leg just a little too far out in front, and all his weight landed on it.
Cunningham's going to take the kneel down, and that'll be the end of the first half. And the Steelers will hear the cheers of the locals as they leave the field, rallying for a touchdown and a 10-7 lead in the final minute of this first half. Bonnie?
Well, several of the defensive players we talked to were not concerned about Cordell passing. Brian, how much more of a factor than you expected has he been?
Well, he's playing very well. We just have to be able to handle the emotional swing here of that last little bit. If we do, it's a 3-point game, and we'll come out of it and be okay.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. So Chris Brown, 38-yard field goal. Then in the second quarter, it was the Ravens scoring on a wide open pass from Cunningham to Shannon Sharp for his first touchdown catch of the year. Sharp. And then in the final seconds, 20 seconds in 4 plays, the Steelers go 32 yards, capped by a 21-yard touchdown pass. Cordell Stewart to Plexico Burris, and a 10-7 lead. That's the end of the first half here at Heinz Field. Pittsburgh 10, Baltimore 7. Coming up next, the Nextel halftime report from New York.
Attorney Nick Fallon once got busted for drugs. Now he'll be tempted to make a tragic mistake. All new Guardian, CBS Tuesday. You gotta watch.
He's autistic.
A witness with a photographic memory.
You just have to get the film out of his head.
Can he help catch a killer?
Tell me what you saw.
All new CSI. Then, they said it could never happen here, but it did. Thursday, one drama will show you how the CIA is attempting to wipe out this threat. An all-new agency after CSI, CBS Thursday.
Join the stars for the 53rd Emmy Awards, live CBS tonight.
Stay connected, only on 10 TV Eyewitness News. Consumer 10 means
scams uncovered. If it's a fraud or a scam, we'll inform you so you don't become a victim.
Consumer 10 means
problem solved. If it's a company you call to complain about, we look up the law, make the phone calls, and get the problem fixed.
Jim Donovan's Consumer 10 reports go after the tough cases, rights the wrongs, and works for you.
If you have a problem, give us a call. We have a solution.
Consumer 10, only on 10 TV Eyewitness News.
Judicial experience. That's Judge Green, Judge James Green. Endorsed by police, Judge Green has an excellent record protecting us. Highly recommended and preference poll winner, only Judge Green has the best experience. Green, Judge Green.
Improving our schools. That's Cabot, Jeff Cabot. With proven financial experience, Cabot is focused on classroom improvement. Jeff Cabot, endorsed by teachers and newspapers. The right experience. Cabot, Jeff Cabot.
Now at Donato's, the half-price pizza deal. Buy any large Donato's pizza and get a second large single-topping pizza for half price. Donato's Pizza. Respect the pizza.
Staying connected isn't just about turning on a computer. It's about the constantly changing way that we're living our day-to-day lives.
Twice a week, 10 TV Eyewitness News' Roger McCoy brings you Central Ohio's only regular technology report. Stay connected every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30, only on 10 TV Eyewitness News.
This is a CBS News update, America on Guard. I'm John Roberts reporting from CBS News World Headquarters in New York. Good day. American B-52s pounded Taliban positions north of Kabul again today as the air war against Afghanistan entered its fifth week. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld, traveling in the region, says the bombing campaign is making, quote, measurable progress.
Taliban is not really functioning as a government. As such, there really is not a government to speak of in Afghanistan today.
In Jerusalem, authorities say a Palestinian gunman opened fire on a bus, killing 2 people and wounding as many as 40 others. Police shot and killed the gunman on the spot. In other headlines, anthrax has been found at the City Hall office of New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani. Apparently, though, it's a case of cross-contamination with the NBC outbreak. Trace amounts of anthrax have been discovered at the Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Washington, where 5 employees are now on antibiotics. Today's New York Times reports 140 emergency medical personnel have been vaccinated against the threat of smallpox. And extraordinarily tight security, but no incidents at today's New York City Marathon. Stay with CBS News and this CBS station for the latest on America on Guard. I'm John Roberts, CBS News in New York. Good day.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Direct Connect Halftime Report. Nextel, get right through.
A beautiful autumn day in New York and Marathon Sunday, and welcome to the Nextel Halftime Report. Hello, friends. Jim Nance with you, and Mike Ditka, Randy Cross, and Jerry Glanville alongside, and we've got a lot of stories here to relay to you. 10-7 or 17-7. That seems to be the popular score at halftime. Here it's the Steelers 10-7 over the Ravens.
I'll tell you what, this is a physical football game. Neither team is doing a lot because you're going up against a very good defense. Watch this play right here. Joey Porter almost breaks Randall Cunningham in half. Now he'll come back and throw a little screen play out to my man, Buzz
Bettis.
Watch his hit. Oh, that hurt me up here. Oh, Ray Lewis.
Lewis dropped him good. Here's Shannon Sharp.
He gets, well, Sharp has still got 4 catches away from the record, I believe.
How you like his block?
He doesn't block at all. This is a good run by Bettis.
Sharper tried to steal the ball at the end.
But watch, and you know the guy who's played very well in this football, throwing the ball very accurately is right here. He had a touchdown pass dropped earlier, but he hits Burris there for a touchdown, and that's Cordell Stewart.
6'5" receiver over a short corner. And that was with 20 seconds to go in the half. Okay, here we go. 17-7. Jacksonville up 10. Got a field goal in the last play of the half from Hollis. Brunell has thrown for a touchdown. McNair also throwing for one. And what's the story here, Randy?
Well, stay with me. Kind of easy to understand. Early, McNair and the Titans look good here. McNair to Tyson for a touchdown. They look strong. Eddie George is running the ball. Ever since they got out to a good lead, it has all been Mark Brunell and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're running the ball effectively. Mark Brunell is running the ball effectively, and no one for Tennessee seems to be able to play pass defense. And usually a good sign of that is when a tight end is this wide open in the end zone, as Brady is for this touchdown.
All right, 10-point lead. Jags over the Titans. Meanwhile, Colts and Bills, same score there. Indianapolis on top without Edgerrin James today, deactivated with the knee injury. And that much maligned Indy defense has allowed only 68 yards. The only touchdown given up, a punt return, Jerry.
Watch this. Archie slides up, steps in forward, hits the tight end down the middle.
Archie.
Did I say, you know why I said Archie? I'm going to show you why. This is a punt return. Punt return for a touchdown. A juke, a miss, a giddy up, and do not let the punter make the tackle.
Never have the punter. Not even in the end zone.
Touchdown. Now, why did I say Archie? Here's Archie. He's got his giddy up going.
Where's the defense?
He's going to the whip. This cannot be anybody but Archie. He did it for years. Touchdown.
Find that defense.
Great recovery, Jerry. His longest career run by 14 yards. Touchdown for Manning. And here's another 17-7 score. Patriots over the Falcons. Brady has thrown 2 touchdowns to backs. And look at this one here. Chandler.
This is a toss sweep to Maurice Smith. He's got good speed. Looks like he's going the distance. But here comes Ty Law. Look at Ty Law. Good speed. Gets him out at the 15-yard line.
Chandler to a former Patriot, Sean Jefferson.
Jefferson loved playing for the Patriots, and when that happens, you love to beat your old football team. Watch this by Brady. Look at this. Wow.
Do you like
Mike Dickens. Mike Dickens says he'll come back and coach if he can have Brady as his quarterback.
Absolutely. It doesn't hurt to have Adam Vinatieri kicking long field goals.
He's only missed 1 all year.
14 on the year.
Another throw. Busted coverage here. Edwards, the fullback, almost falls down. A Notre Damer is in the end zone.
That's Mark Edwards for the 17-7 lead. Carolina, having lost 6 straight, down 7. Winkie was intercepted by Patrick Surtain. It was run back for a touchdown. Tampa Bay, a touchdown pass. Johnson to Moore for the lead. The Packers had struck first on Favre to Freeman. And the Cowboys have twice intercepted Collins and run them back for touchdowns. They're 24 at the half, surpassing their previous season high of 21 points in a full game. And again, this is a doubleheader day on CBS. For most of you, Cleveland against Chicago later. Some will see Kansas City out against San Diego and Doug Flutie, or Seattle against the Redskins, who have won 2 straight. Thanks for being with us on the Nextel Halftime Report. Second half is coming up next.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Direct Connect Halftime Report. Nextel. Get right through.
An impossible mission. A massive cover-up.
We have no secrets.
It's Jag's biggest case ever.
Are you aware of the kind of trouble you're in?
All new CBS Tuesday.
America loves its country. Yeehaw! Get ready
For the CMA Awards, it's country's biggest night.
Award goes to...
Celebrate the sounds of our nation. Join stars Dixie Chicks, Tim McGraw, Trisha Yearwood, Garth Brooks, and more. Vince Gill hosts.
Live from Nashville.
The CMA Awards, CBS Wednesday.
Okay, guys, gather around.
This is Sam Adams of the Baltimore Ravens. Sam helps the United Way build stronger communities by participating in first aid training developed to help kids succeed. Sam knows the meaning of the word success.
Support his head. Apply gentle pressure. Check the pulse. And do not panic.
Panic.
Game day. It all comes down to this. You've got home field advantage and a sympathetic crowd. Don't blow it. You win here, you might just get the game at your house next week, too.
Getting ready for the second half. Two heavyweights in Pittsburgh. The bus colliding with Ray Lewis. We'll see more of the same after this word from your local station.
Everybody Loves Raymond. Monday on CBS. It's all here.
Thinking about painting your car? Stop thinking, do it. Maaco's still offering the Ambassador Paint Service for only $189, the best economy paint service in America. For a great finish and a beautiful deal, call 1-888-MAACO-USA.
Cheese. Some say it's the heart and soul of a perfect pizza. That's why Papa John's uses 100% real cheese. It costs us a little more, us, not you, but the taste is definitely worth it. That's one reason why Papa John's is now the fastest growing pizza company in America. Call and we'll deliver all the delicious reasons right to your door. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Call your local Papa John's today to get one of our large specialty pizzas for only $10.99.
Folks, till Wednesday night at Buddy's Carpet, huge extra discounts on DuPont Stainmaster Carpet. That's right, DuPont Stainmaster Carpet, 30, 40, even 50% off. And this is the carpet that is designed for active homes. And folks, there's no interest, no payments till 2003, but you got to get to Buddy's Carpet before Wednesday night.
You've got a buddy in the carpet business.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin with a few of my friends from Boy Scouts of America. We're back at the field, and this time with tins of Boy Scout popcorn, commemorating the new Ohio Stadium. This is Boy Scout popcorn sales time. You'll find Scouts at the mall, the store, or at your front door selling these tins and other popcorn items to support Scouting. The price is right, the cause is worthy, and they make good holiday gifts. Join me and help these kids grow from boyhood to manhood.
Show You Care, brought to you by Big Bear and 10 TV. Monday at 11 on 10 TV Eyewitness News. Our nation's on heightened alert. Is Columbus? We took our cameras downtown into the 3 biggest government buildings, and what we found might surprise you. Monday at 11 on 10 TV Eyewitness News.
Steelers at home. They've won 5 in a row, own first place in the AFC Central, and leading the Baltimore Ravens by 3 at halftime. And not too many surprises that first half.
No, although looking at the way Cordell Stewart is throwing the football, I think is surprising the Baltimore Ravens. Their game plan was very simple. Let's take Jerome Bettis and that rushing attack out. Let's force Cordell to beat us. And you know what? At this point, he is. So it's a strategy that I think was sound, but it's not working. If you look at the halftime statistics, it's Baltimore that's being pushed around by the Steeler defense. Look at that. 14 rushing yards and only 89 total yards at halftime. And a 1 for 7 third down conversion rate for the Ravens, just not getting it.
And the third period has been a nemesis for the Baltimore Ravens all season long. They've allowed 55 points in this quarter, far more than any other. And in contrast, this has been the Steelers' best. They've outscored the opposition 34-0 in the third quarter. So that pattern would bode well for the home team. Hank Poteet, Troy Edwards State, this second half underway. Danny Kite kicking off. Comes down to Poteet.
Poteet kind of got in no man's land there. He ran away from his wedge, and at the last minute decided I'll duck in behind it, and by that time too late.
Poteet's game petite. Let's go down to Bonnie.
Well, Bill Cowher told me his locker room was ecstatic after that Cordell Stewart to Plexico Burress touchdown. He said that Monday night win against the Titans really allowed us to take the next step from the playing field to the practice field. You see the chemistry developing between Stewart and Hines Ward and Plexico Burress. He said we were so excited in that locker room because we realized we're so close to beating a great team.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. These two teams have shared their 2-game series the last 2 years, with the road team winning all 4 times. Hand off to Bettis. Powering his way out to the 29-yard line, a gain of 6.
Well, Bill Cowher also told us that with the very physical game that they had against Tennessee on Monday night, and looking forward to this game, that they didn't wear pads at all during the week. He was really happy with the way they worked, but they had no contact whatsoever in preparation for this game with the Ravens. And let's face it, You haven't had a lot of success here for a while. You're playing the defending champions, and you go into halftime with the lead. This has to be a very confident Pittsburgh team right now.
2nd and 4. Bettis up the middle. First down and more. Fumble the ball. Was it ruled dead? It was covered by Pittsburgh anyway. Dwayne Starks made the tackle. First down for Bettis. The bus starting to rumble. He's up into the 50s in yardage gain.
And again, though, right up the middle, and that's where nobody seems to have much success. Ray Lewis is taken care of. A hit low, a hit high. Now here's the block in the middle. Oliver Ross, Alan Faneca get in there. Jeff Hardings as well. And that ball didn't come out until already on the ground, Jerome Bettis.
First down just across the 35 for the Steelers. Fake the run. Stewart scrambling for 5. And the slide at the 40-yard line in front of Ray Lewis and Dwayne Starks.
But again, Dick, the strategy of throwing the football on first down, even though it ended up a Cordell Stewart run, it was a pass. And the Baltimore Ravens might as well get used to this, I think, until they figure out a way to stop it. When Saragusa and Sam Adams are out on the field, I think more often than not on first down, people are going to throw the football. Mike Mularkey, their offensive coordinator, even with Cordell Stewart and the 30th rated passing game in the league, that's still their strategy.
Toss to Bettis. And he gets to the 43-yard line. Chris McAllister came up from the corner to make the tackle. He said when he first came into the league out of Arizona as the #1 pick, that was not the strength of his game. He's learned to be a good run force from the corner, and he said, I'm just frustrated because no one's throwing in my area anymore.
Well, they're having fun with Dwayne Starks over on the other side. Chris McAllister, the bigger of the two corners, he's at 6'1", and Dwayne Starks at 5'10". And you're right, McAllister just doesn't see the action that man, his counterpart, sees on the far side of the field.
3rd down 2. And the Prairie seem to be offside. Stewart scrambling away, has the first down and more into Baltimore territory to the 45-yard line, chased by Rob Burnett.
No flags anywhere on the field.
First down Steelers. 11-yard scramble by Stewart.
I think what we see right here is it almost looked like an early snap. It almost looked like Jeff Hardings, the center, snapped the football before the rest of his offensive teammates were ready to go. Well, look at Hines Ward downfield, just level Rod Woodson.
Hines Ward may be as tough a wide receiver blocker. He takes on defensive linemen, linebackers. He's totally impartial.
I think he'd get Rod Woodson's vote.
Bettis unable to get to full speed. Never got it out of first gear on that attempt. And the entire center of that Baltimore defense with a stop, and Woodson trying to catch his breath on the sidelines.
Well, again, we mentioned earlier in the game about Hines Ward and what Bill Cowher said about him being such a complete receiver with his blocking. And boy, a guy who's familiar with Pittsburgh but not with this stadium, Rod Woodson. All those years he played here with the Steelers, but that was, of course, over at the since imploded Three Rivers.
And he and Carnell Lake, 10 great years in a Pittsburgh uniform.
Yeah, it was Rod Woodson that time who got imploded.
Stewart, open man, complete. Bobby Shaw, no, that's Hines Ward. And Ward, he's doing it all. And that's what Cowher says. He is a complete wide receiver. Picking on Dwayne Starks again.
And the ball could not be any better of a throw from Cordell Stewart. Look where he puts it. Right on the palms of Hines Ward. Dwayne Starks tries with the coverage. Cordell, wow. Just can't be doing a whole lot better.
Hurry up throw goes to Mark Bruner, but Peter Boulware was there for the coverage.
Yeah, the Steelers trying to pick up the pace a little bit. I think trying to catch Baltimore, trying to keep them from substitute, hurried to the line of scrimmage. And you know, the swagger doesn't seem to be there with this Ravens defense that we're accustomed to seeing. People are moving the ball on Brian Billick's team. They're getting bigger plays. And all of a sudden this team that I don't want to say they invented swagger, but they might have taken it to a new level. A little of that seems to be missing.
Empty backfield. Stewart underneath. And to the 20-yard line, just shy of the first down on the completion to Hines Ward again.
Well, Brian Billick knows that he's seeing everybody tee off on his team. It's what comes when you're the defending champions. It all started for the Ravens when they lost Jamal Lewis back in training camp. They lost their ability to run the football. Yeah, there we go in the red zone with the ketchup bottles. But he realized that his ability to control the clock disappeared with Jamal Lewis. Now his quarterback that he signed in the offseason, Elvis Grbac, is out. They've turned the ball over aplenty. And you know what? More pressure than ever, Dick, has been placed on this sterling defensive team of his. And they're starting to show, hey, they're still an outstanding defensive team, but they're seeing pressure here in 0-1 that they didn't see in 0-0.
Well, one of the reasons that defense was so brilliant last year was with the ground game and ball control, as the Steelers are experiencing now, that defense wasn't on the field all the time. Right. They're having to put in more minutes this year, and in contrast, the Steelers, second in the league in possession time, have really helped their defense.
Well, the Steelers are doing what the Ravens did last year. It's that simple. Of course, you can't be -7. You can't be -7 in the turnover differential like the Baltimore Ravens are.
That is that short.
I don't care how good you are. That hurts.
So it's 4th and a link on that 10-yard chain. And knowing Bill Cowher, he's going to go for it.
Well, he'll at least line up like he's going to go for it.
Stewart comes over to the sideline, says, give me a play.
You know, we've talked about the Ravens and their problems. This is still a pretty stout group, even if you're only going for a couple links.
10-7 the score here. First possession of the second half, and the Steelers have consumed 5.5 minutes to take it to the Baltimore 19, 4th and inches.
Right now, you got to be worried about being consumed by Siragusa.
And it's Stewart jackknifing over the offensive line, and he has enough for the first down. They give him the 18-yard line.
He was there temporarily, wasn't he?
That was like reversing a dive in the Olympics. Now let's see it in reverse roll.
Let's re-rack the tape. Watch Cordell. He's over, but he's coming back. Boy, look how he elevates. That's a great job of getting off the ground by Cordell Stewart.
Great athlete out of the New Orleans area, Marrero, Louisiana. Dad, a barber, and a good athlete. That's needless to say. And he wants to be called Mini Slash now, not Slash, but Mini Slash, which allows the fact that he'll take some of the other duties, but he is the quarterback.
I'm going to start calling him Terry Bradshaw if he keeps throwing the football like that.
Easily a first down. I like the description of Bill Cowher. I wish I could give the journalist credit. He said he's the one man when he's angry, he looks happy, and when he's happy, he looks angry. We get that chin out when he's had a big play.
There's a hurry up again by Pittsburgh.
Give to Bettis, trying the right tackle, and he is turned upside down at the 16-yard line.
Jamie Sharper is over there. Michael McCrary is there.
And McCrary.
This is, again, Jerome Bettis is having success, but he's taken a few pops. Boy, that was Sam Adams from underneath, number 95. I think he's the guy that... There's Sharper. Adams gets in on it. Boy, this is...
gang tackling. There's a photograph of gang tackling.
And that hit in the first half that Ray Lewis put on Jerome Bettis, one of the best of the year.
Stewart on second down. Into the flat, complete, but for short yardage, as toppled was John Whitman. Only Whitman's third catch. He hasn't carried the ball all year. He's the blocker out of Penn State, and he pays for that short gain.
Well, Chris McAllister comes up low, and Whitman, by the time he turns around, he's got McAllister at his ankles, and then he gets hit high. And this is where Pittsburgh really could use Amos Zaraway. Look at this hit. Here comes McAllister down low, and then he gets finished off. But Zaraway, that change of pace that's really been so good for Pittsburgh, not able to play today because of the bad shoulder.
Third down and 6. Shotgun Stewart. Bettis out of the game. Stewart trying to scramble up the middle, but couldn't quite elude Rob Burnett, who was down low, to trip him up, and then the tackle secured by Tony Siragusa.
But smart football by Cordell Stewart. Not taking a chance, realizing his team's in field goal position. They're protecting a lead. He doesn't get silly with the ball, throw into coverage or anything like that. His maturation here, Dick, it's fun to watch.
And he said he is having fun. 33-yard attempt by Chris Brown. He's made 1 of 2 today. High snap, and the ball is blocked. The Ravens got a hand on it. It appeared to be Chris McAllister. They nearly had a block from Rod Woodson in the first half. So Brown unable to convert. And so after consuming more than half of this quarter.
And look at Brown. He's limping a little bit as he comes to the Pittsburgh sideline.
No, the Steelers denied, and the Ravens defense rises after a long time consuming drive that nets 0 for Pittsburgh.
Discover the most amazing digital music and video with the Intel Pentium 4 processor, the center of your digital world.
Boys, that is the sorriest first half I've ever seen. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get changed. Change. Then we're going to get on the bus. The bus! And we're going to go home. We're going to go home. We can play video games.
Loss of competitive edge. Another unfortunate side effect of hunger. Grab a Snickers. Packed with peanuts, caramel, and chocolate.
Later on, we're going to take a nap.
Snickers, don't let hunger happen to you.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals?
Go! No.
Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue. Man, that tastes awesome. Get Selsun Power.
Hi, Tom Bodette. When did you see the light?
Oh, going over to Phoenix. We wanted to rest up for the game, and suddenly it was so clear. Motel 6. I think it's great.
Well, you gotta call them like you see them. Call us and see the light for yourself.
Last year, Florida State stomped on Florida. Now the Gators seek revenge as these classic rivals ready for a romp in the swamp. Saturday night, November 17th on CBS.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Chris Brown appears to be all right on the sidelines. Missed a 41-yard attempt first half, and that 33-yard attempt blocked by Chris McAllister. So trailing by 3, the Ravens get the ball for the first time in the second half. And hit in the backfield is Femi Ayanbadejo as Lee Flowers zipped up from a safety spot.
Well, coming from the outside, Chris McAllister, here he is right here on the outside. Go ahead and roll tape, guys. He's going to get to the outside, and as he comes around the corner, he hits the ball. And even though he makes contact with Chris Brown, that's not a penalty. There's no running into the kicker if the kick is blocked. And McAllister blocked the ball. And now the question mark is Brown the worse for wear?
Second and 11, and shooting through his middle linebacker, Kendrell Bell, the rookie from Georgia. And he just did. Cunningham get the ball off, intended for Travis Taylor. 2 sacks for the Blitzburgh defense in the first half to give them 26 to lead the league.
Well, again, it's Randall having to make the adjustment because people are coming at him from all different angles.
Boy, this young rookie from Georgia, he's already earned a linebacker's nickname, Contact.
That's not a message from outer space, but I think sometimes he sends a few people to outer space.
Well, movement early on the right side of the Baltimore line, Sammy Williams.
Well, I think Williams was actually, though, reacting to the fact that the Steelers moved first. And, you know, the rule change of a couple of years ago, this might go against Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh guys moved first.
Prior to the snap, false start, 82, offense. 5 yards,
so
third down.
Shannon Sharp, the tight end on that side, is the guilty party.
Well, we're looking at the one side. Shannon actually is on the other side of the ball, and he does flinch. And that's what gets the Steelers going. Williams had nothing to do with it.
3rd down, 16. Baltimore 1 for 7 on 3rd downs today. Cunningham looking for some big yardage. Good coverage. Throws it down the field, intercepted. Picked off by Brent Alexander, his 2nd interception of the year. Steelers have it at the Baltimore 33.
Well, the last possession, we saw Cordell Stewart with nobody open eat the football. This time with nobody open, rather than eat it, Randall throws it away.
The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King.
Now I'm a believer.
With grilled sourdough bread.
Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
A quarter pound of flame broiled beef.
I'm in love. Ooh.
2 slices of melted Swiss cheese. 4 strips of bacon. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger will make you a believer. Now for a limited time at Burger King. Shrek, the biggest movie of the year. Now available wherever videos are sold.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by GMC. From professional-grade people come professional-grade trucks. Nike. And by CDW, computing solutions built for business.
Brent Alexander, a walk-on at Division II, Tennessee State, then an undrafted free agent, Arizona, now a starter in that Pittsburgh secondary with the 2nd interception of his season. They say he stepped out of bounds back at the 40-yard line. First turnover of the game, and Baltimore, as you can see, when they win, they're in the plus column. Their 3 losses, they've been a -11. Bettis picking his way to about the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not the pressure up front that forces Randall into this throw. Look at all the time he has to survey the field. But from his left, he's going to see Brandon Stokely coming across the field, and the ball just completely gets away from him. He overthrows Stokely by 10 yards right to Brent Alexander. Stokely appeared to be open, and the ball just sailed on Randall. He had all the time in the world to look at the field.
2nd and 7 for Cordell Stewart. Oh, he dropped the ball as he went to pass it, and now a big scramble. And did he give it up? No. Look, appeared to be one of his offensive linemen. Oliver Ross got back to cover the ball.
The Steelers got very, very lucky there. Cordell Stewart, rather than covering up his fumble, tried to pick it up and run with it, and he missed it. He just didn't get down low enough to pick up the ball. Now he just loses it. He goes for the throw, and that's a live football. That's a fumble. But right here, instead of falling on it, he tries to pick it up. Sam Adams almost gets it. Boy, that was very fortunate for the Steelers.
Look at the hustle here of Oliver Ross, who's starting his first game as a Steeler today for the injured Wayne Gandy. He played at Iowa State. A big loss in the play back to the 48-yard line. 3rd and 17 for Stewart. Fires complete. It will be shy of the first down as Troy Edwards is fumbled as the Baltimore Ravens recover at the 35-yard line. So Edwards refusing to go down, trying to struggle forward, and finally Rod Woodson, the veteran, was in there to knock it free for Baltimore.
Maybe the most frustrating thing for coaches. What do you say to a player who fumbles the football because he's killing himself trying to make something happen?
Oh, say, can I have the new software IT didn't approve? Fred, I promised someone remote access. What is remote access?
At CDW, we understand what it can be like in IT. That's why we have top name brands in stock, so you get the solutions you need when you need them. Like the entire family of HP network storage products, from single tape drives to automated libraries, with the reliability you expect from HP.
Fred, here is another request that can't be done in time.
HP and CDW, computing solutions built for business.
Yo, Budweiser. Esquiva un adversario, a otro. México manda el centro, pero el remate pega en el travesaño. El balón queda a la deriva, la defensa trata de rechazar, pero México vuelve a recuperar el balón. Viene el tiro desde afuera del área.
They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound.
So who is Motor Trend's 2002 Sport Utility of the Year? The GMC Envoy. Those who say America can't compete, don't take test drives. We are professional grade.
Whoa, 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 who's got the last laugh now?
Access NFL.com now on America Online. Get live game day coverage and real-time stats at AOL keyword NFL.com.
On these fields, gridiron legends will be made. College football is on CBS Sports.
Troy Edwards caught in a crowd, loses the ball.
Well, it's just second effort. Look at him fight off the tackle of Rod Woodson, stay on his feet, put his hand down. And it's actually a defensive lineman, Adelius Thomas, who hustles all the way downfield and strips the ball away from Troy Edwards. Great hustle by a defensive tackle.
Corey Harris recovered it. First down at the Baltimore 35. So the interception and now the fumble. Cunningham throws downfield, complete to Kadri Ismail. Tackled by Dwayne Washington. First down at the Pittsburgh 48. Bonnie?
Dick, quick update on kicker Chris Brown, who got hit on that missed field goal attempt. They're saying a bruised right knee. He's been in pain on the sidelines. I haven't seen him kick into the net yet, but they are saying right now that he's going to be back in the game.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. Chris Brown, 1 for 3 today. Under pressure from the attack on those field goals of the Baltimore Ravens.
And a couple Pittsburgh mistakes have given Baltimore some life.
Ian Badejo breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and earns maybe 2 into the arms of Porter and Holmes. Dwayne Washington as well. If
we were calling a fight here, Dick, I think there was a period of time there earlier in this third quarter where the Ravens were on the ropes a bit. They were taking some heavy body blows, and then all of a sudden we get the blocked field goal. Now we get the Pittsburgh turnover, and Brian's team is right. You know, they've got to be. They've fought their way out of the corner. At least they're back in the middle of the ring.
10 minutes more possession time for Pittsburgh. Draw play to Brookins, and he's down almost to the 40-yard line of the Steelers, where it'll be 3rd and 2. Tomorrow night on CBS, an all-new night of great television, starting with King of Queens, followed by Yesteryear, Monday's #1 comedy, Everybody Loves Raymond. Then stay tuned for Ted Danson and Becker. Plus, don't miss an all-new Family Law. It's all here tomorrow night on CBS. 3rd and 2.
Where's the blitz coming from?
Overshooting. Todd Heap, the rookie tight end, was Randall Cunningham, but a flag down, and there's going to be a penalty against the Steelers. They got Cunningham's face mask.
Roughing the passer, 97 defense, grabbing the face mask, grabbing the face mask, 15 yards, first down.
Kendrell Bell, the rookie inside linebacker.
Well, let's take a look at it. They run an X blitz. The 2 inside linebackers cross over.
It's not 97, it's Aaron Smith, 91.
Yeah, Aaron Smith is 91, the player who was upended. Kendrell Bell right there in the middle of your screen didn't get anywhere close to Randall Cunningham.
They mark off 15 and a first down at the 25. Baltimore trailing by a field goal. In field goal range with 3 to go in the third. Underneath, wide open. It's Ian Badejo, and he's near a first down at the 15-yard line. Kendrell Bell made the tackle, and the bell is ringing in New York. Here's an update.
All right, an update on the Colts. They get in here with Dominique Rhodes, the replacement for Edgerrin James, out with a knee. Rhodes 20 carries, 54 yards, and this touchdown for a 17-point lead. Let's go back to you.
All right, thank you, Jim. Second and less than a yard for the Ravens with 2:35 left in the third period. Driving toward a possible go-ahead touchdown. Brookins smacked but stays on his feet and struggles forward for a first down.
Whew, what a hit he took from Kendrell Bell, but yet James Brookins, and we said, Jason Brookins rather, the first thing you think of with Brookins is power. And what an illustration of that right now. Watch the hit he takes from Bell. Boy, that's a real smack, but yet Jason Brookins able to stay on his feet, keeps his hand, puts his hand on the ground and spins for another couple of yards.
Kendrell Bell was picked early in the second round by the Steelers this past draft. First down at the 13. Brookins again. And he keeps fighting forward close to the 8-yard line before the Steelers can knock him to the turf.
Kendrell Bell started opening day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The last rookie linebacker to do that for the Steel Curtain. How about Jack
74
Lambert?
1974. That is shows you just what the Steelers think of this young man. Good gain on first down. Second and a short 6. Brookins again. Caught from behind, but he holds on to the football as Casey Hampton and Jason Gilden make the stop.
Gilden really went after the football. Boy, when you see a guy fumble it in that situation, he has no idea that he's being closed from behind like that. And Gilden all the way went for the football. Watch coming in right there, right the tomahawk from Gilden, right on the football, and Brookins held on. Boy, that was a fine play by this young running back, just a first-year player.
Third down and 5. Jermaine Lewis is in the backfield. They give it to Stokely. He fumbles the ball but picks it up and is tackled at the 8-yard line short of the first down. And a Baltimore bounce for Stokely as that ball was out for grabs, and he was able to recover it and on the run.
Not often does this thing with a point on both ends bounce that well for you. It just rarely happens.
Well, the son of an ex-coach at Southwest Louisiana, his dad Nelson, maybe they taught those things down there.
That took 2 good hops and came right up for him.
25-yard field goal to tie for Matt Stover. Trying to continue his NFL record, a field goal again for Stover, and he's extended his record to 34 consecutive games with at least 1 field goal. And Bill Cowher, unhappy, is out on the field, 15 yards onto the field.
I think Bill might be saying that the quarter expired before he kicked the ball. Is he saying that the quarter expired before he kicked it?
He wants him to kick it again if that's the case, and why not?
Bob McElwee is going to have to talk to his staff. The back judge is the official keeper of the clock here. If there's a discrepancy there, he's responsible for looking at this scoreboard clock. Of course, the scoreboard clock is the official clock, but he's the one responsible for looking at it to see if it hits zeros prior to the snap of the football.
At the moment, the quarter is over, and the field goal from 25 was obviously good, and the game is tied at 10.
The question now is whether it counts.
And that, of course, Cowher wants, even though it's just a short field goal try, 25 yards, to go to the other end and have him kick it again. Yeah, he's going to challenge. He's so sure he'll say, I'll risk a timeout. And he fired the red flag all the way out. Pretty good arm there for Bill Cowher. Said, I'll help you out. I challenge. Now you can look at it on the replay.
Crazy Dillon, direct your attention to the television on record the winner of the 2001 Contest and Game Program. Carol Swaney from Giant Eagle Supermarket and Mark McLeod representing Gatorade will present today's winner.
This is a tough one because unless that clock had been running in one of our camera shots, and it's not a challengeable issue anyway.
Well, this isn't, it's not an issue of it being challenged. It's of the officiating crew making a determination as to whether time expired.
To get it right.
Right. Now, if that involves Bob McElwee talking upstairs, that's what he's going to do. But if the end of the third quarter, if it happened prior to the snap of the football, forget when it was kicked, it's got to be the snap of the ball.
Of course, Brian Billick, he wants that score tied at 10. And now we have scurried through. We have the concurrent pictures of the game clock and the field goal try, we understand.
Well, whatever Bob heard from upstairs, it sure didn't take very long to assimilate the information.
Looks as if Cowher was right, the way McElwee pointed.
The quarter expired before the field goal was kicked.
So end of 3. Pittsburgh still leads 10-7. When we come back, Matt Stover will attempt the 25-yard field goal to tie for the second time. After 3, the Steelers 10, the Ravens 7. Will return to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh right after this message and a word from your local station.
Michael Jackson comes to CBS in a once-in-a-lifetime television event. All new Michael Jackson special, CBS Tuesday, November 13th.
The King of Queens, Monday on CBS. It's all here.
Stay connected, only on 10 TV Eyewitness News. Consumer 10 means
scams uncovered. If it's a fraud or a scam, we'll inform you so you don't become a victim.
Consumer 10 means
problem solved. If it's a company you call to complain about, we look up the law, make the phone calls, and get the problem fixed.
Jim Donovan's Consumer 10 reports go after the tough cases, rights the wrongs, and works for you.
If you have a problem, give us a call. We have a solution.
Consumer 10, only on 10 TV Eyewitness News.
Cheese. Some say it's the heart and soul of a perfect pizza. That's why Papa John's uses 100% real cheese. It costs us a little more, us, not you, but the taste is definitely worth it. That's one reason why Papa John's is now the fastest growing pizza company in America. Call and we'll deliver all the delicious reasons right to your door. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Call your local Papa John's today to get one of our large specialty pizzas for only $10.99.
Selecting the right preschool for your child is the most important decision you will have to make. For children 6 weeks through kindergarten, Goddard School sets the highest standard in early childhood development. Our dedicated teachers, custom-designed facilities, and structured curriculum create a loving, nurturing environment where your child will learn self-esteem, confidence, and a love of learning. For quality that lasts a lifetime, ask for the owner. Call 800-GODDARD.
And welcome back to Heinz Field in the fourth quarter, 10-7 Pittsburgh. But Matt Stover, for the second time, will try to extend his NFL record. Field goal kicked in 34 consecutive games from 25 yards. And much ado about nothing. But Bill Cowher made him kick the encore. The game's tied at 10.
There's a place where people smile big, eat good, and always score a sweet deal. It's got to be Applebee's. What makes a honey of a deal? Our amazing new honey pepper sauce. It makes honey grilled chicken and honey pepper steak a taste of honey heaven. Throw in our famous riblets, now honey barbecue style, and you'll know why. It's got to be Applebee's. Eating good, honey, honey, oh yeah. In the neighborhood.
Question about DirecTV?
Yeah, I hear this thing gets like an insane amount of sports channels.
Hey, hon. What's up?
You're absolutely right, sir. With DirecTV, you and your family can enjoy wonderful educational channels together.
I'll let you guys talk.
Here's the pitch.
We know how you feel, and that's why at Circuit City, you'll get a single-room DirecTV system with installation free after mail-in rebates when you sign up for 12 months of DirecTV programming. Circuit City, we're with you.
Okay, the coast is clear.
Good. Listen, Teddy, everyone's excited about the new Windows XP, right?
Yeah.
Well, now we get them really fired up. We take XP, we load it onto our 300S. We add a free CD burner, include a flat screen, and we sell it all for $9.99.
$9.99 with a flat screen?
Teddy, did I stutter?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Circuit City. We know how you feel, that's why we're here. Circuit City, we're with you. And by Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar. Eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's.
Well, as suggested by both coaches, we come to the final 15 minutes, minus 3 seconds for that field goal. These two teams, defensive-oriented, tied at 10. Who will have most in the tank going toward the final gun?
Who can impose their will on the other team? Oh!
There's the kick by Kite. It's coming down very short to Troy Edwards at the 16. And he's to the 25-yard line. And tackled by Adalius Thomas, has been all over the field, this big defensive lineman.
I think they signed Kite to kick that thing a little deeper than the 15.
That looked like a kite.
When it comes to food, a lot of places have silly ideas to bring you in. But once you get to the taste, where's the fresh? Hey, Clucky, want something made fresh? Uh-huh. Come on. Try one of the new Subway Selects made on fresh-baked gourmet bread. Susie?
Right, Tim. Subway's got 4 new Subway Selects, like the delicious horseradish steak and cheese, all on fresh-baked gourmet bread and all made fresh right in front of you.
Whoa, check out that check. Just kidding.
Kitchen.
It's over there.
Smirnoff Ice Premium Malt Beverage. Intelligent nightlife. Be smart. Drink responsibly.
Choose road. Validating tires.
BF Goodrich tires with traction advantage.
Approved.
For control you can feel and see. BF Goodrich tires. Take control.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? For more cargo room. More people room. Or more headroom. Enterprise. So easy it's like having a second car. Or third.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Even if you've watched every episode of Survivor, this Thursday night, get ready for a Survivor first. Every friendship, every alliance will be shattered.
Oh my God.
The survivors thought they knew the game, but the game has changed forever. Don't miss the first 15 minutes of an all-new Survivor, CBS Thursday.
Back in the fourth quarter here in Pittsburgh, tied at 10. Jerome Bettis with Amos Zeraway injured, unable to play today. He's carrying the full load, and he gets the toss. And a big hole. Tackled from behind out at the 37-yard line, and for Bettis, a gain on the play of 13 yards. That gives him 81 yards today.
Well, a change up here by Pittsburgh, who's been effectively passing the ball on first down. This time a little power football. The pitch to the butt, and it seems to have frozen the inside line of the Ravens. You saw they had a little stunt going there where Sam Adams kind of stunted out of the hole, and the bus took advantage of it.
Bus 19 yards from the century mark, and no one's done that against this Baltimore defense for 3 years since James Allen in Chicago in '98. Now we go to New York for an update.
Well, you know it's going your way with a play like this. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of the day. Franco Harris right into the arms of Troy Brown to put him up 17. Michael Vick has come in for Chandler, who's gone to the locker room to have his ribs x-ray. Let's go back to you.
All right, Jim, the Patriots trying to go 4-4, led by young Tom Brady.
It did have a little immaculate reception look to it.
Didn't it? Here's a Stewart off a broken play, it would appear. Didn't appear to be a planned draw out to the 48, close to a first down, tripped up by Jamie Sharper. Well, you just saw that Tom Brady play. That's a tough one to practice. But boy, they've celebrated this one. They know exactly how it works here in Pittsburgh. Terry Bradshaw against the Raiders. And somehow, after Tatum's hit, it goes right to Franco Harris, who has the speed to go down the left sidelines and beat the Raiders. On the way to one of 4 Super Bowl championships in the 1970s for Pittsburgh.
Is it reassuring to see that their uniforms still look the same?
I like that, indeed. Bettis, he's crumpled by Ray Lewis, and Lewis, the ball comes free, but it appeared to be Bettis was well down. They continue to scramble, and there's no
well, I
whistle
haven't
yet.
seen an official mark it down. You got a couple of them standing around.
There's one official standing at the 47, and
nobody's pointing to the ground. What is this?
There was no whistle that we could discern.
Well, there is no one on the officiating crew has spotted a place on the field where the ball was down. You know, someone would point to the ground and say down. Yeah, that's...
Well, this will be challenged, I would think. Since they weren't sure, I would think Howard want to challenge. We'll see.
Well, someone's going to take a look at this upstairs here for the Steelers. Oh, Jerome Bettis looked like he was down, didn't he?
Sure did from that angle.
At first glance, it looked like his knees were on the ground before the ball comes out.
You know, still has the ball.
He's down. He's down.
Now, at the time, just seeing it with the naked eye, it certainly appeared that he was well down.
That the man was knocked down, and it is a fumble.
That's the
so the ruling. Now here's where we start. The ruling on the field was that it was a fumble. Now this is where this is very much reviewable. Bob McElwee, I suspect, will look at this for about 8 or 9 seconds before he realizes that Cordell Stewart was down. I think he's got not one, but I think both. Jerome Bettis, watch it. I think he's getting.
There it's down.
Well, both down. Both knees are on the ground before the ball comes out.
So that really wasn't very close. No one seemed on the field to have the angle to call it. They all looked at each other. No one was in position to make the call, and so they let the play go.
Oh, that ball didn't come out until he actually bounced off the ground well after his knee. I don't think Bob has to spend a whole lot of time under the hood looking at this. Let's go, Bob.
Even Brian Billick may be saying he looked up at the replay up on the big scoreboard here, and it's apparent to everyone that that was not a fumble.
One more time, Jerome Bettis. The play's over right there. The play is over. Both knees are on the ground. He still has the football.
And indeed, the ground did cause the fumble.
But the play is over when his knees are down. Hey, Bob, are you looking at what we're looking at? No, he's looking at his watch, I think. How long have I been here?
And Ray Lewis, has he just been shadowing number 36 throughout this day? As we predicted at the very start of the game today, Ray Lewis, Jerome Bettis symbolizing the power football offensively, defensively of these two teams, and how many times have those two big men collided throughout the course of this game?
Bob McElwee says this is a fumble.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down by contact. There is no fumble. The ball will be placed on the 46.5-yard line.
And it does not cost the Steelers a timeout.
So this will be an interesting placement as well, close to a first down.
Looks like they should spot that ball somewhere right around the 46 46.5-yard line or so.
So that would be short of the first down by about a half yard.
You know, the question, where was the football when his knee touched the ground? You don't spot it at the knee, you spot it where the ball was. Now he's going to go back and figure out where to spot the ball. Oh, this will get everybody going.
Well, but for the Steeler fans who are booing, it's to their advantage to have this be marked correctly.
Well, the reality is he should have done it before he left there. All right, this is Jerome Bettis right here.
Yeah, about the 47.
Yeah, real close to the 47, maybe just a hair short of the 47.
But the yardstick is closer to the 48.
Right. I would suspect that they'll put this thing somewhere very close to the 47-yard line.
Jerome Bettis saying, listen, if you don't believe I can bowl, I'll tell you, I have a 300 game. And if you think you can beat me, you can't beat my sister. She's a Michigan champion.
6.5-yard line. Makes it 4th down.
So it's 4th and a good yard, and the punting team will come out for Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, Bettis is drawing ever closer to that 100-yard mark. James Allen of the Bears did it in December of '98, the last time. He's 17 yards to go for Bettis. And Baltimore very proud of that mark of not allowing 100. That defense wants to keep that record going. So with 12:45 left in the 4th quarter, Baltimore gets it back, tied at 10. Lewis, Jermaine Lewis, no fair catch yet. Lets it go, and they'll take the touchback at the 20-yard line. Timeout. 12:26 left in the 4th. Tied at 10.
The people you love are waiting for you to come home for the holidays. And for a limited time, you can take along the security of 7-year or 100,000-mile powertrain protection on any new Chrysler, Dodge, or Jeep. Plus 0% financing on select models. So before you head for their place, stop by ours.
This way. You're not going to believe this.
What was stolen?
Everything. Payroll, R&D, customer records, all the assets.
How could they get everything?
I don't know. You're the cops.
The room is completely empty. All the assets were in this room?
Everything. Ned, the servers. They stole all our servers.
No, we moved everything onto that one. It's going to save us a bundle. I sent out an email.
IBM e-servers running Linux.
What's a server?
They can save you a bundle.
Inevitably, there will come a time in your life when you realize you need a cell phone. And when that time comes, we'll be here.
Pepto-Bismol. It's first aid for heartburn, diarrhea, nausea, indigestion, and upset stomachs.
Hello?
Jackie.
Mr. President?
I love you.
Lyndon Johnson's secretly recorded phone calls tonight on 60 Minutes.
Steelers starting a game and a half in front of the Ravens, who have played one more game. The Ravens with a win, pull within a half. A game of Pittsburgh in the AFC Central. It's tied at 10. Pittsburgh has the victory in the statistics, but not on the scoreboard. Give it to Brookins. A gain of a yard. Monday night, a hospital visit brings the King of Queens face-to-face with the world's most annoying patient. Chris Elliott guest stars on an all-new King of Queens Monday on CBS. Second and a long 8 for Randall Cunningham. Double tight end, Heap and Sharp with Brookins the tailback. Sharp in motion. He has only 2 catches today. Cunningham. Complete. Travis Taylor first down at the 33-yard line. Tackled by Chad Scott.
Travis Taylor does a good job. Split out top to sell the deep route and then runs the hook back to the inside. Chad Scott has to honor that. has to honor the speed of Travis Taylor, and that was just a well-executed play on the part of the Ravens. Taylor, a very physical receiver, that time sold the route on his speed.
Just 8 years old when Cunningham was a rookie with the Eagles. It's Brookins burrowing up the middle out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3. Earl Holmes, the tackler.
You know, Travis Taylor that just caught that pass. In reality, Dick, this is really like his rookie year. He ended up on IR last year when he broke his clavicle. So it's still a learning experience for this second-year guy from Florida. But obviously, coming out of Gatorland, he's used to being part of a big-time passing game.
He's got nice size, doesn't he, for a wide receiver?
Yeah, 6'1", 205.
Hit in the backfield is Jason Brookins. No chance at all as Joey Porter almost beat the ball to the handoff.
Well, Joey Porter, we saw him a couple weeks ago down in Tampa have a monster game down there, and he's turning in a similar performance today. Jumps way inside Jonathan Ogden. Ogden overcommitting to the outside. I think a little taken back by Porter's quickness with that inside move.
Boy, the rush defense of the Steelers has allowed only 33 yards to the Ravens the entire game. 3rd and long. Cunningham. Down he goes. Another sack, and they steal the ball. Does it count? No, he was down. As Deshae Townsend, an extra defensive back in to record the sack, his second of the season.
Well, it's been numerous times today that we've seen that looks like it's a firm pocket, but it gets collapsed. And that time it's Ian Badejo again who doesn't stand his ground. Townsend hits him, knocks him backwards.
Oh, low snap, but no pressure, and Richardson booms it out of there to Poteet. From the 21, gets a block. Stays inbounds. Still on his feet. A nice stance by Poteet.
We've got a flag, Dick, back at the line of scrimmage, but I'm sure that was the Raven coverage team leaving before the ball was kicked. Yeah, that's an ineligible receiver downfield, which I'm sure Pittsburgh will go ahead and decline.
It was a 40.
Illegal man downfield on the kick, number 54. That penalty is declined.
20-yard return of that 49-yard punt. Hank Poteet gives the Steelers the ball at their own 40.
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm. And 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, there you go. That's over 100 channels, sports, news, digital music. Installation's free, and it's only $31.99 a month.
Just $31.99 a month gets you over 100 channels of DirecTV programming. Right now with free professional installation.
So it was the digital music that... Yeah.
There's a different way to look at your money.
What's it say?
ING. It's not an ending. It's a beginning.
Kurt! Huh? Psst, down here. There's a new chunky soup.
Mom? Huh?
Don't fumble that bowl, baby.
Whoa.
Chunky Chicken and Dumplings is loaded with big chunks of chicken, veggies, and hearty home-style dumplings to fill you up right.
Hey, your head's on my shoulders.
Your head's on my shoulder, man.
Dumplings.
New Campbell's Chunky Home-Style Classics.
Like Mom used to make.
Yeah, I heard the new CRV's coming out. It has room in the back for 2 mountain bikes.
Well, it doesn't have to be mountain bikes. It can be anything that would be equivalent of 2 mountain bikes.
Really? Like what would you want to haul?
A pony.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Campbell's Chunky, soup that eats like a meal. Sprint PCS, the clear alternative to cellular. And by Honda. This holiday, it's gifts that go time on motorcycles and ATVs at your Honda dealer.
9:45 left in the fourth quarter, tied at 10 here in Pittsburgh. Steelers start from their 40. Bettis. No gain. Tony Siragusa and Sam Adams at 700 pounds of meat in the middle. Here's where what has happened against that Ravens defense with a run with James Jackson, the rookie Cleveland running back, gaining 77, the most against them this year. But Bettis is over 80 yards at the moment. No gain on that last play. He's at 83. Stewart scrambling. Oh, Sam Adams able to get on his heels and trip him up when Stewart appeared to have some sizable yardage to the sideline.
And Cordell can't believe it that he got tripped up by Sam Adams. But Sam Adams, when he has to, puts on a little burst. Right here, look at that. He extends and just clips the right ankle of Cordell Stewart enough to get him down. Oh, jeez. That was a fine play by Sam Adams.
A gain of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 6. Steelers are 3 for 13 on 3rd down today. Stewart, how'd he get that ball out of there? Complete to Hines Ward and a 1st down. He had to throw through a couple of big Baltimore limbs and a dart to Hines Ward.
Hines Ward is going to make his break, just sit down to the inside, and Cordell Stewart just acting like he was born to stay in the pocket. It closes in around him. He never sees the pass rush. Doesn't get distracted by the fact that the guys are getting close. Rivets in on Ward and delivers a bullet.
8 catches for Ward for 87 yards today. 1st down at the Raven 44. The bus to the 41-yard line, and we'll go by air to New York and Jim Nance.
And time is winding down in Tennessee, and the Jags have come back to take the lead. Frank Moreau up the middle. Touchdown. Jags lead it by 3 with 3 minutes to play. Back to you, Dick and Dan.
Well, that's the big game for the loser. That game's going to have a long uphill fight, and the winner feels they still have a shot.
Yeah, both of them 2 and 4. You're right. Somebody's going to drop to 2 and 5, and it'll be really ugly.
2nd down for the Steelers and 7 at the Ravens 41. 7 minutes left in the 4th here in Pittsburgh. Bettis cuts it back, and he meets the force of Larry Webster, the 290-pound defensive tackle. Played his ball at Maryland.
Mike Mularkey, the offensive coordinator of the Steelers, has done a very good job of mixing things up today and keeping this Pittsburgh defense a little bit off balance. He's done it a lot by throwing on 1st down, although the last 2 1st downs have been Jerome Bettis runs here in the 4th quarter. So there's Marvin Lewis, the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, and a little chess match between these two right now.
Big play, 3rd and 3. Not Bettis, but the fullback Fuamatu Afala, and Sam Adams makes the tackle. They needed to get to the 34. Let's see where they spot it.
Well, I don't think they're going to kick a. Keep in mind now that Chris Brown, the field goal kicker, has got a bad knee and a bad leg. We saw him limping.
And bad results in this game,
yeah,
1 for 3.
I don't think we're going to be seeing any really long field goal attempts by Chris Brown.
This would be a 51, 52-yarder from this spot.
I would think that in this situation, they've got to really consider going for it.
They don't have to.
No,
They've got a 1st down.
Yeah. But if that would have been short, I suspect that they'd have to attempt to pick up the 1st down.
Young man who played his high school ball in Honolulu, Hawaii. Played at Utah.
Well, and he's, again, Dick, power football. Fuamatu Afala is 252 pounds, spread out over only 5'11". So, again, like Jerome Bettis, it's bang, bang, bang. Now, again, will they throw it here on 1st down? No.
It's to Bettis, and oh, wow, did he meet a tough defensive force from Lewis and Webster. Let's go down to B squared. Bonnie?
Thanks for the nickname. James Trapp has a strained groin, questionable to return, even though he's not a starting defensive back for Baltimore. Very important. He's a nickel back, and the Ravens have run that a lot because teams have tried to spread him out, and he actually has more tackles than McAllister and Starks, and is also leading special teams with tackles, Dick.
Yeah, he's been a big contributor for Baltimore all season long. That is a loss for them.
Well, the last 3 first downs have all been runs for the Steelers.
2nd and 9. Draw this time. Stewart spun down at the 30-yard line. That'll be 6 yards shy of a first down. Jamie Sharper, who's had a solid game at linebacker for the Ravens today. It's our CBS doubleheader. First place Cleveland against the Chicago Bears. They lead their division. Kansas City at San Diego. The Chargers looking to go 6-2. And Seattle at Washington. Are the Redskins going to win 3 in a row? Those are our late games of our doubleheader today.
Cleveland 4-2. Chicago 5-1.
Like good old days. Sounds like the 80s and 70s. 3rd down play for Stewart. He throws incomplete and almost intercepted by Rod Woodson. He was coming up to make the tackle, and the ball very close to his grasp.
Well, somehow Bobby Shaw got spun around somehow. He's Shaw in the slot. Watch him. That's what happens. He slips and falls at the 20. Tries to make his break to the outside, and Bobby Shaw's feet slid right out from under him.
Here's Brown with a bad knee. He made his first one, but has missed the last 2, and this is a big, long effort of 48 yards.
Boy, he's going to have to get this up in the air.
He does, but it's wide right. The second time today that he has missed to the right. So Brown 1 for 4. And the game remains tied at 10 with 4 minutes plus remaining.
This holiday from Honda, we've gone all out on gifts that go. We've rolled back MSRP's $200 on our smallest XRs, CR80s, and smallest Sport Tracks. On our bigger XRs, we've added bonus bucks, $200 towards merchandise. And on all XRs and CRs, there's no payment and no interest for 3 months, and no down payment with the Honda card. Gifts that go, going all out for the holidays.
Last winter, we had a little cell phone mix-up.
He told our travel agent Steamboat Springs, but with the static, well...
You know, we tried to make the best of it.
Come on, kids. There we go.
Who wants hot cocoa? That's when we finally got free and clear with Sprint PCS. Real clear calls, and nationwide long distance included, which is great for us because we do have 2 kids.
Hey!
The Sprint PCS free and clear plan with nationwide long distance included. Every minute, every day.
We're about providing financial solutions for people at growing companies. That's what we do at the Principal Financial Group. These are uncertain times. Everyone's very emotional right now. We understand the best companies are those that care about keeping their best employees. And as the nation's 401k leader, we have more plans than anyone. We can help secure the financial future of your employees, which will keep you working together a long, long time. The Principal Financial Group. Call us if we can help.
See why The Guardian is TV's most watched new drama. Attorney Nick Fallon once got busted for drugs. Now, someone is trying to tempt him into making the biggest mistake of his life.
I thought I'd never see you again.
This Tuesday, one lawyer will face his demons.
I could lose the firm. You could lose your job.
All new Guardian, CBS Tuesday.
Bad news for Pittsburgh. Another miss by Chris Brown. Good news for Baltimore. They get the ball out at their own 38 with 4:22 remaining in this final quarter. Cunningham going deep, has a man open. Shannon Sharp, a big gain all the way to the Pittsburgh 36-yard line.
Let's take a look at that missed field goal by Chris Brown. Miller takes the ball, puts it down. The snap and the hold were just fine, but it's kind of a combination push slice by Brown, and of course nothing unusual about that reaction. And then we come back to Baltimore's first play, going right to the air on first down, and there's Shannon Sharp. My, imagine that, going to Shannon Sharp when you really need something.
His third catch today. He's 3 away from the all-time tight end record for receptions. That certainly unimportant to him at the moment. They're trying to get in position at least for a go-ahead field goal. Tied at 10. Picking his way is Jason Brookins to the 31-yard line. Gain of nearly 5 before Dwayne Washington can make the tackle. Next weekend, join the Shark. Many of the Tour's top players, including John Daly, Jesper Parnevik, Lee Jansen, Corey Pavin, Raymond Floyd at the Franklin Templeton Shootout. For more golf coverage, go to cbs.sportsline.com or AOL keyword CBS Sportsline. Matt Stover has made his only field goal, a short one, 25 yards today. Second down, Cunningham into the flat, complete to Kadri Ismail, and he's pushed out of bounds by Chad Scott right at the yardsticks at the 25.
That was an out pattern. It was a fine throw by Cunningham, but boy, it's risky when you start throwing that pass out into the flat like that. Chad Scott closed quickly, but you know, that's a veteran quarterback with a lot of confidence making that throw.
And a first down. So Cunningham, who rallied his team from 17-6 down in the fourth quarter to beat Jacksonville last Sunday, trying to get his team ahead here late in the fourth. It's Brookins. Oh, he's doing some solid running as Brookins hit at the line of scrimmage again, but still fights forward for a 5-yard gain. Lee Flowers gets him to the ground.
Well, but he had a pretty good hole at the line of scrimmage. Kip Vickers and Sammy Williams, a good combo block.
See, last year and the year before, the visiting team with the victory. Pittsburgh winning here, or winning at Baltimore, and Baltimore victorious on Pittsburgh soil. Second down, 6. 2:27, 2:26 left. Brookins hit in the backfield and hit again and goes down, fumbled the ball. That's ruled down. No fumble. No fumble. The ball was ruled down. Earl Holmes was there first, and then Lee Flowers came up to finish the tackle. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
No, actually, I think Bill Cowher is going to try to stop the clock prior to the 2-minute warning.
He did use a timeout. 2:05 left.
That was fun. Hey, would you be my big, strong watchdog and guard my Bud Light like that to the ladies with?
Woof. Woof, baby.
Hey, let's touch it.
Hey, go. Oh, you got moves. You got moves. Stop. Go.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
It ain't that bad.
This is Will Burns. You've reached my cell phone. Leave me a message, and I'll call you back.
Will, it's Gail. I can't believe you're not answering your phone. Look, get back here. The client changed their mind. They actually like the work. All we have to do is show the plans to one more group, and the job is ours. Call me before it's too late.
With ordinary cell phones, you leave messages. But with Nextel Direct Connect, the digital two-way radio, you get right through.
You know what I heard? The new CRV is going to have a 6-disc in-dash CD player.
No.
November 13th, after I've ridden around a lot, I'm going to load that whole thing with new age music and get full-on spiritual.
It's the new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas from Pizza Hut, now with 6 kinds of luscious cheese and 6 kinds of seriously satisfying meat toppings, or 5 garden veggies, or 2 layers of zesty pepperoni. Just $8.99. The new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas, only from Pizza Hut.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Principal Financial Group. We understand what you're working for. And by the United States Marine Corps. The change is forever.
It's been a highly entertaining, though low-scoring game here in Pittsburgh, and they'll play again on a Sunday night in middle December in Baltimore. And I'd want a ticket if I were a fan of the Ravens.
Well, it's this game, and I'm sure the next one, they've really played the form. I'm very close to the vest, hard hitting, both teams just eking out yards and scratching out points. And right now, even if Baltimore goes no farther, we're looking at about a 39 or 40 yarder, I guess, for Stover. So well within his range. But here's where, even though it's a backup quarterback running your football team for Brian Billick, that backup is Randall Cunningham. And he knows darn well he led them to a come-from-behind win last week against Jacksonville.
3rd and 7. Cunningham looking for Sharp. He's got a man open. open. Is he inbounds? No. Out of bounds was Padre Ismael, who had worked his way into that corner of the end zone behind Chad Scott.
Boy, and Scott knows he is all alone, and he gets the fake out and then up, and Chad Scott did a wonderful job. He gets in there early. He gets away with a little contact, but even if he doesn't touch Ismael, there's no way that Ismael catches that ball inbounds.
So here's Stover to give the Ravens a lead, a 40-yard attempt. And the veteran is true. Ravens lead it 13-10. Matt Stover in his 12th NFL year. Money on that kick.
They came from every corner of the country, from small towns and big cities. But they all shared one thing in common. They belonged to a family called Marines, a tough and determined few dedicated to protecting everything we hold sacred. And still, they come. Celebrate the 226-year history of those proud few who have earned the title Marine.
Okay, the coast is clear.
Good. Listen, Teddy, everyone's excited about the new Windows XP, right?
Yeah.
Well, now we get them really fired up. We take XP, we load it onto our 300S. We add a free CD burner, include a flat screen, and we sell it all for $9.99.
$9.99 with a flat screen?
Teddy, did I stutter?
Introducing Jeep Liberty. Full of innovations and legendary capability.
And now? Your eyes are fine.
Nature has never seen anything quite like it. Jeep Liberty.
Next.
Tonight, the show must go on. CBS presents the 53rd Emmy Awards live. The stars will shine a little brighter as we celebrate the power of television. Root for your favorite shows and join host Ellen DeGeneres for this live TV event. The Emmy Awards, CBS tonight.
Brian Billick ruminating on the sidelines. His team now in front 13-10. Let's go back. Remember at the 2-minute warning, we thought that Bill Cowher was trying to call a timeout. They did not give him that timeout. They wound it to the 2-minute warning. So both teams do have all 3 timeouts left. Edwards and Poteet deep. It's Troy Edwards. He gets it out to the 38-yard line. Solid return. Steelers will start good field position with 1:41 left, trailing by a field goal. And don't forget tonight on 60 Minutes, whether he was talking to Jackie Kennedy or dealing with matters of state, Lyndon Johnson's private phone calls were all secretly recorded. You'll hear them tonight on 60 Minutes. Then share a night with America's favorite stars. Celebrate the power of television, the Emmy Awards, plus a live performance by Barbra Streisand tonight on CBS. A flag is down where Baltimore kicked it off. Offside on the Ravens declined as Edwards' fine kickoff return positions the Steelers at the 38-yard line. Cordell Stewart, who has moved over to the 10,000 yards passing mark in this game, now needs some big throws. Throws to the sidelines, complete to Hines Ward, who has his 9th catch of the game across the 45-yard line, a pickup of 7. Starks and Woodson there on the coverage.
Even with all their timeouts, the Steelers going right to the line of scrimmage. Cordell in this situation calling his own plays.
1:20 left. He throws wide open, receiver, and out of bounds goes Bobby Shaw. That stops the clock. 1:15 left and a first down at the Baltimore 44.
Just a simple little selling the fade, and boy does he sell it to Corey Harris, and then a break back to the sidelines. That was a beautifully run route that time by Bobby Shaw.
Chris Brown, who was 1 for 4. His 2 long kicks were wide right. He had 1 blocked.
Well, if I'm the Steelers right now, I'm thinking about getting it in the end zone, not putting it on the foot of Chris Brown.
Stewart in trouble, throws and completes it to Mafala, and he breaks a tackle and close to a first down at the 35, and Stewart spends Pittsburgh's first timeout. Mafala proving a worthy backup today.
And Cordell pleading his case to Bob McElwee, the referee, that he asked for a timeout 5 or 6 seconds before McElwee gave it to him.
McElwee is going to put some time back on the clock.
As well he should. Cordell turned to him, called for a timeout, and McElwee turned away.
They gave him 3 seconds back, so 1:03 left.
Well, I am so impressed with Cordell Stewart, the way he is managing the game, the way he is throwing the football. Excellent second effort that time, but Cordell's been brilliant today, Dick.
And Dan, you made a good point that when they get into the hurry-up offense, he is not getting plays from the sidelines. No. He's calling his own game.
No, we talked about that with him yesterday, and he said, it's the part I love, because what quarterback wouldn't want to call his own plays? And we've got about 6 or 7 good ones that we like in that situation, and it's up to me to run them.
223 yards passing today. That's just about what he threw against Jacksonville on.
Well, if I'm Bill
Monday
Cowher,
night.
And you take a look at this as Baltimore is being held to under 200 yards today by this Steeler defense, I'd be looking for that Plexico Burris matchup against Dwayne Starks.
Starks is the cornerback on the near sidelines. He had 232 yards in the win against Tennessee Monday night. 223 throwing today. Ball play, and that'll get the first down, but not much more. Sam Adams tackles Mafala.
You know, the thinking is when you got a 6'6" receiver, Mafala's got no shoe.
He throws his shoe away and stays in the game.
And he gets the ball.
And he gets the call. Shoeless Chris Fuamatu Mafala. And he gained short yardage on a timeout called with 37 seconds. 1 timeout remaining for Pittsburgh.
Boy, it's one thing that he stays in the game without a shoe, but then he ends up getting the football.
He tried to get it out of the game, but with this clock running, Cordell says, get up there.
No, you can't take a timeout. But Cordell, give the guy a break.
Call some other number.
And you know what? Look at the second effort. Look at the second effort without a shoe by Fuamatu Ma'afala.
So this game, 3-point lead for Baltimore.
And that's Peter Boulware, by the way, Dick, who over on the Baltimore sideline, he kind of hobbled over there.
And he one of the top pass rushers. In fact, that's really his strength on passing downs. He comes off the corner. Second half of the doubleheader will follow the final gun here in Pittsburgh, and we've got some terrific games of interest in your area. Cleveland, Chicago, KC, San Diego, Seattle at Washington. Enjoy. Well, right now, should the Steelers have to kick a field goal, it'd be 51-52 yards. They have second down and long, 37 seconds left, and only 1 timeout. Triple right formation. Throws over the middle, complete to Bobby Shaw. First down at the 18-yard line. Ray Lewis made the tackle. Clock running. Steelers with just 1 timeout left. And downing the ball with 22 seconds is Cordell Stewart. He throws another strike. And the Steelers are now well in field goal range.
Out of the shotgun formation, Cordell Stewart only working 1/2 of the field. But again, as Dick said, a perfect strike to Bobby Shaw. 3 receivers flooding that side of the field. And look at the move that Shaw puts on Carnell Lake, the former Steeler. And right now, again, I like Plexico Burress on Dwayne Stark, and that's what we've got here at the bottom.
Remember, they scored a touchdown, their only touchdown, with just seconds left in the first half. Stewart, incomplete, intended again for Shaw. 18 seconds remaining. For those of you just joining us, Chris Brown kicked a 38-yard field goal to open the scoring, but he's missed his last 3. He made his first from 38 yards. Then he missed wide right from 41. Then he was blocked.
Look at him get hit right there.
By McAllister, and then missed a 48-yarder here in the fourth quarter. And Bill Cowher saying, all you got to do is kick it more left. You're missing right. Simple enough.
Well, what's really simple for the Steelers is to not force Chris Brown to send this game into overtime. Get in the end zone.
Third down. Stewart, sidelines incomplete. Hines Ward, only one he's dropped today. He's caught 9. So here comes Brown with a chance for amends and to possibly force this into overtime. 1 for 4 today. And in his mind, undoubtedly, is thinking, got to favor left. I'm missing right. It will be a 35-yard attempt to tie. And Brian Billick will try to ice him with a timeout. They have 2 remaining, Baltimore.
Well, the other thing, keep in mind now, Baltimore has blocked one and gotten close on another. So this also gives the opportunity for Russ Purnell, the the special teams coach, rather, of the Ravens, to go ahead and work on a block.
Jason Brookins half fatigued and half unwilling to look here as the Ravens starting this game at 4-3. The Steelers in first place, 5-1. Big swing, the winner of this game. 35 yards.
McAllister and Woodson from the bottom.
He missed right again. Oh my. Baltimore moves right back into the thick of it. 13-10 with 8 seconds left and just a kneel down away from victory.
And Bill Cowher still in the crouch at the 48-yard line, cannot believe his eyes.
Well, it's been won by the field goal kicker, Matt Stover, the veteran, 2 for 2 for Baltimore, and Chris Brown, the young kicker from Nebraska, for the Steelers, 1 for 4.
And who comes into the game, Dick, being 11 out of 13, had a 55-yarder to his credit, and just couldn't compensate for pushing the ball off to the right.
Well, this is where your teammates come to you and say, hey, it's a long season. Don't kill yourself. 1 for 5 today. 4 misses. You don't see many NFL games when the field goal specialist does not connect 4 times.
Maybe he ought to place a call out to Phoenix and have a conversation with young Mr. Kim about how it feels to be in this position.
Oh, you're mean.
Well, 4 missed field goals. It's going to be a tough place for him in the locker room.
Yeah, you're the GOAT.
Hard to get away from.
So Billick and Cowher, their 2 teams playing as expected a brilliant defensive game. Pittsburgh won the battle of statistics but couldn't kick the field goals. And Chris Brown's 4th miss, 3 misses here in the second half, is the fatal blow for Bill Cowher's team as Brian Billick's Baltimore team goes home with a hard-earned 13-10 win. And just as they were a year ago, they're 5-3. Remember last year, after 5-3, 11 straight, going right through the Super Bowl. Whew, what a game.
It's all we thought it was going to be, Dick. Played true to form, didn't it?
And it was Ray Lewis had enough answers for Jerome Bettis and the Steelers, who had their chance. For Dan Deerdorf and Bonnie Bernstein, stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader here on CBS. I hope they're all as good as this one. Dick Enberg, so long from Pittsburgh.